Hold on. Matter of fact, let me see if I can screen share real quick. You can hear that?
No, not at all. So you put it up there.
Man, I know that shit probably something simple too.
What?
Optimize to get the sound on there. Damn, I gotta hit up Chef, man.
I got it. Does that sound crazy?
Yeah, but that don't sound like it's coming from outside source.
Yeah. Escape. There it is. Yeah, something's coming from outside. Andy Smith was good. Beautiful. Couldn't find it. You couldn't do nothing with it.
Nah, not with this. Hey, I'm gonna have to work with that jump. I got it to work one time, but
What about the other video?
yeah, you talking about that one, right?
You said mine sound like a. And we got two of them. The one you got, and then the one I just had.
Trying to think, cause we had it on there one time before, and that shit was working.
Man,
I might have to
get in the building. Let me see how. Speaker headphone. I'm in computer audio. Yeah, that ain't it. Let me see. Switch to phone audio. Check 1 1 2.
Take this out.
This loud.
You hear me?
Uh-huh.
All right, tell me if you're playing now.
Nope. Play it again. Yeah, play it again. Look at the emotion. Look at that. The emotional rate. I didn't say a word yet. Here we go. Let's go for some work.
Huh?
Yeah, it's loud.
I need to turn it down.
Yeah, a little bit, yep. How'd it sound? I don't know what's going on, though, Brother Kent.
Too much, man. What's happening with you?
Man, just really looking at the parade, man, and the numbskulls.
Organized, a lot looking real organized right about now, man.
too loud.
Yeah, you got like some kind of echo going on with that.
All right. All right, way to do it then. Just go to the end of the video. It works. Man, why y'all get suspended from Facebook again, man? Y'all gotta know how to do what you do, man. Got 19,000 people in the building. No Divine gonna be sneaking up in here. Definitely sneak up in here. No, he is.
He want that fade, man.
Fade. He trying to get famous on some high moments. That's what they like to do. They don't want to do a legitimate debate where we know what the hell we debating. You just want to dive out there and start talking about anything. You feel me? Yeah, you like to play that style. Well, guess what? The topic's too important to play that game. All right? Too important to play that game. So anybody want to get into this thing right here, this round robin, right? You want to get into it, then go ahead and say, we should state your claim, right? And bring your daggone sources. That's how we're going to do it. And we're going to debate that. That's how we're doing it around here. All that halfway Mickey Mouse stuff, I ain't doing it. It's stupid. It's dumb. We're going to play a video real quick, and we're going to show you how Divine Suspect plays this crazy game. And what we're going to do is, he put up a source, don't he? He put that first source he put up right after that microbiology book. Then he put a quote unquote peer reviewed source, right? We're going to snatch that source and look at it. What was the name of the source? Look on that real quick. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Which one? The YouTube one or the one that you sent?
No, the one we used. He was on Sarnettis. He posted.
Pull that up again, man.
Right after the microbiology book. Remember, he put up the microbiology book.
Yeah.
And I call it. You know how when somebody on you and you're in a jet fighter, and you lock on them, and they send them flares out, right? So the microbiology book was actually a flare to throw everybody attention off, to make them sound like he know what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's the game he played with that. And then he come back, right? So the flare and the misdirection is with that legitimate microbiology book. And then he throw in an article. Yeah, all this don't got nothing to do with what we talking about, because we talking about vaccines. And he's just talking, right? And then he comes to this source right here to try to back up his claim, but the source don't support what he's saying. Guaranteed, right? Because he on that herbal medicine. Crazy. So yeah, we're gonna be on this here for a while. I'm gonna do him for a couple of weeks. He earned it. He definitely earned that. And for all y'all that don't got enough stamina, right? Who clearly don't understand the material, and you remotely think that Divine Suspect can actually overturn modern vaccine science, you're cuckoo for coconuts too. He's really unethical in what he's talking about. You know, presenting the people with clear lungs, traditional Chinese medicine. So that's what he's really advocating for. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go to the Journal of Nature and show you what they think about traditional Chinese medicine. So we're gonna get it in, man. We're gonna let the people get in here for a minute, and we're just gonna get it in, man. Easy work, always, right? But if anybody wants to step to me, state your claim clearly. State your claim clearly so I know what it is. We ain't just diving in here no more, playing that game. That's why we got the replay for that. You want to play that kind of game, then we can go do it, and we just put you on the replay as you make up everything. Okay, yeah, right after the microbiology book. Matter of fact, go ahead and kick that. Watch this, y'all. Hold on for you. Let me see how many people we got in here. I'm gonna show you how the game is played, right? So y'all can get what I'm saying, what I've been saying for years.
That's the one you was talking about then.
Yeah, you're right. You're right there. You're right.
All right.
Just trying to let some more people come in. We only got 22 people in here. Ain't been on in a while.
22,000.
22,890
million.
Robert Lang, Pork Chop, Fritz Roy, what's good? Hey, Moo, you funny. Hey, Moo, we're gonna have to talk about. We're gonna have to definitely talk about the Holy Ghost Spirit.
Oh, they're dancing.
Disappointed me a little bit there, bro. Like you ain't have no sense to know. And I got a video for you, Moo. I'm gonna show you what happened to you when you thought you got the Holy Ghost. Got a nice video for you. So hit me up with the email, pseudokillers@gmail.com. Not the ERS, but AS. KILLAS, pseudokillers@gmail.com. Hit me up, Moo. I'm gonna show you how they got you, bro. Y'all got any questions that y'all think or anything y'all want us to do on the show, hit us up at pseudokillers@gmail.com. Brother from the UK, somebody was on Facebook telling me, Brother Unc don't agree with herbs. Look, man, I agree with medicine that work. I don't want to hear all that. If the herbs work, the damn herbs work. All right? They don't. Y'all act like it's a prerequisite in being an African is you got to have the herbs. Like, what's the joke in that, man? Like, it's the whole thing is bananas. You gotta have the herbs. So we know that Divine Suspect, his whole conversation is about traditional Chinese medicine, right? He ain't talking about traditional African medicine. He always bring up traditional Chinese medicine. He trying to do what the Chinese be trying to play. They don't even be going for it. Well, my voice keep going in and out. Man, we can get it in a minute though, man. One second. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that TCM, no, we beat that up a good ways back, about a couple of months ago. In fact, shit, they provided some sources that beat their own thing up, man. I might need to go grab that. Tell Don Navy, thanks. Hey, you muted, yo. Oh, okay.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
get some.
The crowd, man. Tell them
I'm
something.
about to kick a freestyle, nigga. I ain't know what was going on just now. But yeah, man, basically that TCM is not too trustworthy, man, and they be kicking it like, you know, that's what we need to be going with rather than you know, regular medicine that the doctors prescribe. As a matter of fact, we checked out one of the dudes that was commenting on there. He got his own products, and we read the back of the bottle and his ingredients, and it say on the back of the bottle, do not use this in instead of the regular medicine that you use. Like take this 1 hour before you use the regular, huh?
Let's just pull it up and read it.
Yeah.
Sure, the game is played. We gotta tell the people how the game is played.
Okay.
Because it's played real vicious.
I gotta go and get that picture, man.
Real vicious.
I remember the comment I put it on.
Yeah, it's played real vicious. The game is played vicious, man. Divine is playing a vicious game of giving you the illusion, right, that he could overthrow a mountain science some kind of way remotely, right? None of y'all can do that, right, without using science. And see, this is what he won't do, all right? He won't use modern science. He's anti that. Because somewhere along the line, they make us believe that, you know, for things to be natural, that means things are better. And that can't be remotely the truth. Just the misuse of the word totally. And this is the game they play. And they rely on you, on your weakness, you know what I mean? And your disorganization of the facts and your understanding of vocabulary, right? They get a command of those things like Divine does. And they use that. They hit you with the blackology, right? You know we love black people. You know the struggles we go through, right? And he pressed those buttons. All right. And then what he does is he remembers words and he misuses them. He misuses them all the time. So he misdirects you. So we're gonna play that video and I'm gonna show you what the misdirection is and how the game is played. It's a vicious game out there. And they get mad because I can always smell them because I smells them through the lenses of science. So you gotta start smelling them through the lenses of science because just the eyeball test, he passes the eyeball test. Yes, you calling me. He definitely passed the eyeball test, yo. He definitely passed the vocabulary test. He definitely passed the sound good test, but he don't pass the scientific test, right? And they never stay on topic. They always go to something else. So if we talk about vaccines, so when you talk about vaccines, listen to me close. The conversation shouldn't automatically move to herbs and food, right?
Not at all.
Again, when we talk about vaccines, what is a vaccine? A vaccine basically has the ability to train your immune system, right? So their conversation should be, right, if they're going to use some type of alternative, is to give you the alternative that can train your immune system. What is meant by training your immune system? You got memory C cells, right? So whenever it comes in contact with a pathogen, right, it looks at it, it looks at the molecules, it attacks it, and it has a fight. After this fight is over with, right, we talk about natural immunity. Let me add this. Let's talk about like from a natural immunity perspective, right? The pathogen goes through your first line of defense, your second line of defense, and it gets to your third line of defense, which is your T cells. You know what I'm saying? Your memory T cells, right? It gets there. And so it attacks the pathogen, the non-self, right? Your immune system recognizes it as non-self dangerous. So it attacks it. After it fight, you go through a natural immunity, right? You get sick, you get a fever, cold, whatever it is you get, right? If it was coronavirus, you can get fatally ill, right? You can get diabetes, heart attacks, a lot of stuff, right? But if you make it through that, then now your immune system has been trained by the pathogen, right? So say next season come, right? And you run across the corona again, right? You will have an immunity against that because the pathogen will come in again and your body say, we know who you are. We got the formula, the antidote, right? Because it's the pathogen that it had already remembered it. It already figured out what it needed to kill it. So when it recognizes it again, it recognizes it as something that's been there before and it automatically attacks it and you don't get sick, you are immune to it, y'all. Now, so whenever I'm talking about vaccines, why in the hell is people like Divine Prospect talking about mushrooms, red algae? What the hell is going on here? Now, what's the game?
Red algae.
Yeah, why is he showing a book on microbiome? Like, what are you talking about here? Then you're trying to replace the adjuvants as if they was dangerous. Man, you got over 1 billion shots of adjuvants, different types of adjuvants, right? Over the last 80 years. It has a proven track record. So why do you want to replace that? You want to replace that because you're really anti-vaccine. You're anti-modern science. You're all off on the weird Hebrew nonsense, on the African Hebrew weird nonsense, right? And it's taking you down a path that make you think it's natural. That's the game they play, and it's a vicious game. And I don't expect people to really get the game. I understand the game because I've played the game for the last 20 years, and I recognize my opponents, their strengths and their weaknesses. So I'm gonna say it again. When we're having a vaccine conversation, why in the hell is herbs always coming up, y'all?
They're trying to make that the replacement, basically.
But how can you make it a replacement when it can't do what the pathogen itself can do? Only the pathogen, the virus, you know what I'm saying, can train your immune system. That's it. It's just that simple. It is not even complicated. But the fact is this nut, because he's a nut fruitcake whack. He's all the above. But he's delusional, y'all. Go ahead, play that real quick. Play that video you got. Let me see who in there first. Gonna play that video and watch how good the dude sound, yo. Like, just watch how good he sound.
You see it?
Juju. Yeah, I seen y'all on that Facebook post. Like, why would I debate a delusional guy? Right? I already beat his teachers up. The side he stood on. I supposed to keep debating his nut. Like, that don't make sense. Like, I hope y'all understand what I'm clearly saying here. If I am talking about vaccines, you should not be talking about herbs unless you have a herb, you know what I'm saying, that can cause a specific immune response, which it cannot do because it's not a virus. Stop it. Like, it's ridiculous. You want to know, can I say it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
It's crazy.
Who promote scientific literacy, we have to do our due diligence and look at primary sources. What Ankh showed us is a secondary source of an article of a journalist that is speaking to a doctor that is speaking generally about something, and there's no citations for any double-blind placebo case studies, which is the gold standard for testing, in regards to show that these items are inefficient.
Freeze that real quick.
Chemical.
Freeze that. So this nut. Now I'm talking about the conversation was on boosting your immune system. I go to Harvard Medical School, right? Newsletter, they're having a conversation. This is in Harvard now, the medical school. They're having a conversation, one of they damn doctors, right? He gonna tell me I can't use that. First of all, you can go to the Encyclopedia Wikipedia and it clearly tells you that you cannot boost your immune system. I don't care what flaked out commercials y'all done watched. I don't care what ads y'all done seen. I don't care about what Dr. Sabi, I don't care what young pseudo, I don't care what divine suspects say. You cannot boost your immune system. He pulls up, man, what's this? Molecular biology.
Molecular biology.
Molecular biology of SARS coronavirus. What in the hell did that got to do with anything? I don't know why I always mess that up, yo. Molecular, I always say molecule, it's crazy. Yeah, but go ahead, finish playing it. Watch how crispy he sounds, y'all. But remember what the conversation was. You had to go back to the show, right? Saw him at a joint, and we was having an interview. This nut jumps on here. Now, the only reason I'm mentioning him because he jumps back on the post. He should be dead by now after we buried him. Go back to our archives. Why would I keep doing that? Like, it makes no sense. Keep playing it. Watch how crispy this guy sounds. Go ahead.
You get from botanical products, you have to be able to isolate, right? Search out the component that has the efficacy as being an antiviral, isolate that, and then tell us in what concentration that if you apply it, that it will have its antiviral properties. So when we look at these vital things, these phytochemicals, we see things like flavonoids, polysaccharides, and we know the mode of action that it takes in order to neutralize a virus in one of the 6 phases of the life cycle. When you study the science and look at primaries, not just some random article online that may be from some valid source, but they're not showing you any of the studies. On my screen, I'm going to show you all the studies so people can see that. But before I do that, I'm gonna recommend another book for people to get. It's called Molecular Biology of the SARS Coronavirus. Please look this book up. You can get this book yourself as well, and it will break down for you everything that you need to know about this virus and how it works. Moving on, looking at primary sources, antiviral, natural products.
That first of all, that's not the one that we're dealing with, the virus right there. How in the hell can you break down? He showed you the SARS coronavirus. That ain't what the hell we talking about. This is the novel SARS coronavirus 2. All right, wasn't no breaking it down 8 months ago. All right, okay, now he talks about antivirals. I'm gonna say this again. Why in the hell do you put up an article about antivirals, right? In herbal medicines? What's the joke? We're talking about vaccines. The whole show was about vaccines and coronavirus. See that title, Corona COVID-19 Update. Rawborn, Divine Prospect, and Chip. He really changed it because none of it was on there but me, Corey, and Sheffrin. Okay? So why are you talking about antivirals? So he presents this as if an antiviral. Watch this. So watch this. So if I take these herbs, right? If a virus come in, the herbs, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna stop the virus because it's antiviral. You see the game he try to play with you? An antiviral is something that is used after you've caught the disease to try to slow down the virus. That's what an antivirus is. A viral is. Like an antibiotic. You already got the daggone thing, right? You take that, you know what I'm saying, to reduce the effectiveness of the quote unquote virus or bacteria. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day when you used to get burnt and you take the penicillin. But it's too late, you've already got burnt. So that's why vaccines are unique in what they do, because they stop you from getting the disease. None of these cats has presented you with anything that can halt the disease before you catch the daggone disease. They're trying to give you things after the fact that ain't even been through the lenses of science. Put that back up there again. I want everybody, let's see what this article is really talking about. First of all, it's all off topic, but he sounds so crispy. He sounds so good that you would actually think that, wait a minute, man, this guy got something right there. You know, that guy actually has something. He really knows what he's talking about. So that's the antiviral. Everybody get on your smartphones. What's going on, Sean?
What up, Sean? Let me go ahead and play that.
I'm switching my tools up, but what's good, everybody? I see I came in right on time.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we're finish them off, dude. Like, we're going to definitely 100%, right? I'm going to get this charlatan out of my head, yo, right? And y'all can cheerlead him on and make him think he got something. And yeah, Unky won't debate him. Man, this nigga stood right, my fault. This ninja stood right over there with a whole group of Europeans, right, as they got beat up, and he was on their side. I done already did that already. That was like the bonus round. That was his round to throw that little nonsense in. So he lost with them. Why am I keep doing that? It's a bunch of confusion. So I don't want to hear that, oh, yo, you scared to. Really, I'm scared to do what? The topic is vaccines. Ain't got nothing to do with no damn herbs. That's a whole different discussion. It's a whole different discussion. Hold on, let me
go ahead and play that.
No, hold on. I'm trying to multitask. Hold on one sec. What's up, Sean?
I'm switching my device.
All right, get. All right, hold on. You too. So I'm gonna show y'all why it's just a bunch of malarkey and there's a bunch of hot air. And see, what they like to do is they like to get you in that quote unquote, I call it the hood debate style, where we just come up with anything and you right there on the fly and they say anything, they go away from the topic. And if you ain't never heard it or know what it is, you don't know what you're talking about. That's the game they like to play. Yeah, nobody could debate like that, but it is what it is, and it is what we do. So like the debate that we had on Chill, Chem Chill Talk joint, That's more like it. Like we knew what the subject was and we knew how we was coming. All right, we knew what we was talking about. Both sides understood what we was going to do, how we was doing it, and we did it. That's why we was right there. They got off the topic because, of course, they got off the topic because they couldn't stay on the topic because there is no evidence that would ever agree or remotely agree with them being able to do what they thought they was trying to do. That's why they was off the topic, y'all. See, that's a very important point. You can't stay on the topic with herbs because the topic is vaccines, not antivirals. Look up what an antiviral is. I'm saying, so if I am telling you right now, by the time you got to take penicillin, right? You already got it already. That's not what a vaccine is. You do not get, if you get the smallpox vaccine, right? You do not get smallpox, y'all. And I think this is fundamental in understanding what we really talking about here. All right, so yeah, so y'all can cheerlead the nut on because y'all want to see some action, and I'm gonna give him what he want. You can believe that. I'm gonna smack him up as usual. I'm gonna give him when I'm ready to get him. When I'm ready. Hey, then this notion about playing fair, man. Who plays fair, man? We're gonna use science, man. The way to science. That's what we doing. Nobody here to play fair because we not playing. No. Y'all life is extinct. I mean, extinct. Y'all life is on the line, man. So why would I play with y'all lives like that? They like to play with y'all lives. See, that's what that is. I'm not playing. I'm here to win because we can. Because science has already spoken this issue for 325 years. It's already spoken on the issue. Like y'all act like there's something new. It might be new to y'all ears.
You see Rob Rich comment in the chat, yo?
No, what he said?
He got COVID. He's suffering from it right now, bro.
Right now, go ahead and take some antivirals. I mean, you get my point?
Yeah, he's suffering from it right now. He ain't playing that game. You know what I mean?
That's ain't about to get no herbs for that.
I mean, but okay, some herbs. Now hold on. Let's get this straight. Some herbs do have some antiviral properties. Now, they ain't found nothing that has been effective on the COVID-19. And I remember you sent me something, Sean, about Madagascar.
Yeah, that old fake syrup. The priest that was pushing that, man, the lollipop kid, he, you know what I'm saying? They ran him on up out of there. He lost his privilege to sell his lollipops.
Even if they did have something that could relieve some symptoms, the fact that they was just giving it straight like that was really messing up what it really does, and it helps in the mix with the malaria. Am I correct? In the malaria, correct. Right? Yeah, and so people would develop a resistance to it because they're not even understanding evolution. All right, so we supposed to be doing something here. Well, hey, what's up, Chef? Still Kill on deck. How you doing, brother?
Man, y'all been carving this dude up, yo.
Huh?
Y'all been carving him up, yo. His methodology flawed, man. You see how we tried to slow him down, and then he tried to change his course on the post when I said something about causing an herb causing an immune response to protect itself against a virus. You know, he couldn't come up with something. I said, you got to demonstrate how this herb is going into the body, into the immune system, and do what a virus does. I mean, do what a vaccine does. You know, is it going to cause the antigens to appear, you know, and fight off? It's this whole thing about the immune system is kind of funny. That's why I've been posting all that stuff about it, and hopefully people been like watching the little videos, because there's a lot that goes into the defense mechanisms. And so if we think an herb is going to create a defense mechanism against a virus, we actually have to go back and look at it. What is it? What herb does that? Like what herb like really, really, really goes in and says, okay, Corona, COVID-19, I'm stopping everything. COVID-19 in your lungs, your liver, your brain, your heart, you know, in your bowels somewhere. You can't even create enough defense mechanisms against it because it's moving too fast.
Mhm.
I don't think people realize how fast that is moving. And the more you study it and you see it, the more you start to learn that, you know, this thing is serious. Like the last post I put up talking about the 6 symptoms, right? From the I put up a CBS News article, right? And in the article, let me be specific. And I know CK somewhere around, but I tagged it to her, so she should be able to help us out with it in the chat. But it goes over the 6 clusters of symptoms outlined in the study. It says 1, flu-like with no fever, headache, loss of smell, muscle pains, cough, sore throat, chest pains, no fever. Number 2, flu-like with fever, headache, loss of smell, cough, sore throat, hoarseness, fever, loss of appetite. Number 3, gastrointestinal, headache, loss of smell, loss of appetite, diarrhea, sore throat, chest pain, no cough. 4, several level 1 fatigue, headache, loss of pain, smell, cough, fever, hoarseness, chest pain, fatigue. Number 5, severe level 2 confusion is the first word. Confusion, headache, loss of smell, loss of appetite, cough, fever, hoarseness, sore throat, chest pain, fatigue, confusion, again, muscle pain. 6, severe level 3 abdominal and respiratory headache, loss of smell, loss of appetite, cough, fever, hoarseness, sore throat, chest pain, fatigue, confusion, muscle pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, abdominal pain. The first level that was mentioned, all the level 1s, you have flu-like with no fevers associated with headaches, loss of smell, muscle pains, cough, sore throat, and chest pain. Patients at this level have a 1.5 chance of needing breathing support, such as oxygen or a ventilator. So the whole premise of what everybody else talks about it, you know, when we're talking about suspect, is that I don't think that he understands it. Now show me an herb that's going to defend against all of those things. Like an herb that's going to full court press COVID-19.
Nah.
I'm looking for an herb to do that because it has to get in the game and stop all of these things, right? And guess what has not been mentioned? If you have pre-existing conditions and your lungs are filling up with fluid. I know this because, one, I told y'all about the dude that was in the hospital, right? His lungs filled up. They were draining his lungs, like rapidly draining his lungs, keeping that fluid up off of his lungs. They had him on a dialysis machine because he couldn't do anything. He don't remember none of this. He don't remember none of this. And then on top of that, my manager's brother passed away under the same circumstances because he experienced the same trauma, but he was in a different state. He was in Alabama in a different state, was going through similar situations as this bro. And man, he had too much fluid on his lungs and died. So I want to see an herb defend the body and bring us to the other side of that. And then after you've come out of it, yo, even if you had these mild conditions, these mild conditions, you still face potential lifelong problems. How do we know that? Because they are still testing these people, they're looking at these people, they're checking up on these people, and they're still having some type of effects in other areas of their body where this virus has traumatized them, the body that is. So you're right. We playing games. We playing games, And I don't think people know the seriousness or the level of seriousness that it is. Everybody's pushing, you got some people pushing precaution, you got other people pushing other things, but there's 6 different types of this COVID-19 that is happening right before us. And there's no herb that's going to defend against it. So just to add more to it, by the way, Florida surpassed New York in confirmed COVID-19 cases. Yeah, there's hospitals filling up again in some areas out of ignorance. But I'm gonna give you a little bit more what the second type of what it says about I gave you the first type. So the second type earlier, it says flu-like with fever, includes symptoms like loss of appetite, headache, loss of smell, cough, sore throat, hoarseness, and fever. Researchers say about 4.4% of patients at this level need breathing support. Patients with the third type, simply described as gastrointestinal, do not have a cough as part of their illness. Instead, they experience headache, diarrhea, loss of smell, loss of appetite, sore throat, chest pain, and about 3.3% needed breathing support. Lahita referred to the following 3 clusters of COVID-19 as the really severe types. In type 4, or severe level 1, patients experience fatigue along with headache, loss of smell, cough, fever, hoarseness, and chest pain. Patients at this level needed breathing support at a rate of 8.6%. Type 5, which is severe level 2, includes the symptoms of type 4 along with loss of appetite, sore throat, and muscle pain, and is mainly distinguished by confusion. That means you do not know where you are or where you live, whether you are in or out of a hospital, who your relatives are, Lahita explained. That is very scary. Almost 10% of the patients at that level need breathing support. The most severe type of COVID-19 is referred to as severe level 3, abdominal and respiratory, and has all the above symptoms along with abdominal pain, shortness of breath, and diarrhea. Nearly 20% of these patients need breathing support. Those are the severe level 3s who wind up on a ventilator, and then it is touch and go as to whether they survive the infection entirely. UK researchers also found that only 16% of the patients with type 1 COVID require hospitalization, compared with nearly half of the patients with type 6. Patients in severe clusters also tend to be older or with pre-existing conditions and weakened immune systems compared to those in the first 3. So let's go boost the immune system. Let's go boost it. We might die boosting the immune system. Now we can strengthen our immune system, which is the way to go. We're not, I'm not dissing, I don't think Schifrin dissing herbs, right? Because there's some good potential quality in herbs. But what we're saying is to help us build and strengthen the immune system and introduce it to something. A vaccine is required, and it does more. It works more, because it introduces the body to something. The herb or the food is not going to introduce the body to something. And what Unc used in the debate, his analogy about the fuel for the car, but not the oil for the engine, was the best analogy that you're going to get when you look at when you try to understand it from a layman perspective. I think that was well said by you, Unc, when you said that.
Thank you,
because
bro.
It would make it made more sense to the lay who go back and watch that and then be like, okay, I understand what you're saying now. You know what I mean? Because we're ignorant toward vaccines anyway, because we spooked out about it. And then we use the conspiracy perspective, or someone says, well, we had a bad time with vaccines. And then you come to find out all you had was a natural reaction to the vaccine, which happens. You know, the adverse effects, when you study the adverse effects of which type of vaccines we're talking about, because they're not all the same, you know, they're 1 in 10. Hepatitis A is 1 in 5. may experience adverse effects, which is mild, which would be like redness of the arm area or whatever. So I don't see an herb that will go out there and say, come on, viruses, I'm going, the potential life-threatening viruses like a novel virus. There's not an herb that is prepared to help us defend our bodies against something novel never seen. So his argument, is kind of done for. But when you put the video up on Facebook about that whole situation with Divine, it was curtains, because y'all read it back. Notice that he always uses a source, right? He wants to go into journals. He wants to, well, not really a journal. He don't use an actual official journal. He'll use an article, right? He'll use a published article that may have been published in like NIH or something like that, where he can argue the herb perspective, but he never reads the entirety of the article. We get the conclusion of the article. And then next thing you know, you and Rob Bourne sitting up there on Dagger Squad and reading the dang on source, and then next thing you know, the conclusion comes out. And it's nothing like he projected to a mass media. And you're absolutely correct. When you stood in front of all them white people, Divine got up there and pushed that stuff. That was sick.
Yet says he's not against vaccines. Like, I need to know his, like, what he's standing on at the end of the day, because he confused me at this point. Like, is he for vaccine, or is he saying like take the herbs instead of the vaccine? Like, what is this? Like, he a chameleon, man. I don't know what's up.
No, he not. No. We know where he's standing at. He stood on the side of a European.
Yeah, when it counted, right?
He added to one of their rounds. Like, how more clear is it than that? I'm not gonna say it again. I can't do it. If you standing over there, if you claim, let me give you an example.
Facts.
If we're having a debate about whether or not the conscious community should participate, you know what I'm saying, in homosexuality.
Right.
One side is saying that we don't support homosexuality, and the other side is saying we're in support of homosexuality, and you step up to the mic and get on their side.
Hell no.
Now, why, you know what I'm saying, you're in full support of homosexuality at that point? You know what I'm saying? Like, ninjas might lie, and Europeans have lied and will lie, but that daggone camera don't lie.
Right.
So I don't need to keep saying it. I don't need to keep wondering. No matter what he said out of his mouth, dude, you're on camera in the middle of a debate. You didn't come on our side and offer up, you know what I'm saying, some suggestions, or, okay, you can take a vaccine, you know what I'm saying? And for precautionary measures, you know what I'm saying, it might be helpful if, quote unquote, you take this blase. You didn't do that, bro.
No.
You could have also talked about that they may be trying to develop things that could potentially replace certain advents. You could have said all of that, but you chose what you chose. You chose what you chose.
Then he started talking about sage of all things. Like, what the hell does sage have to do with that?
He's trying to appeal to people's emotions, yo. If you're not up on him, yeah, he's gonna appeal to people's emotions, because he's trying to get that percentage of people that are headstrong or are high strung on conspiracy theories, that also are anti-vaxxers, that are also a part of that pseudo judo with the whole stage thing. So he's playing to his audience. The audience would be the ones who don't have time to put in the work, who actually really don't like Unc, because he'd be cutting everybody with information. So, some of that is the women, sadly to say. And then he's been caught in that web before, so I don't know why he keeps trying to go back down that road. You know what I'm saying? Playing on these people's ignorance like that.
Right.
Yeah, I want to debate, Unc. You want to debate? What are you talking about? You was in a debate. You was right there. It was before the last round. You jumped in and finished it, and you jumped in and you closed them out, bro. You want to debate about what? You're gonna constantly change the daggone conversation. Why?
That's the main. What does he want to debate? That's what I don't understand. What he's talking about.
There is no debate, brother.
Yeah, he just want to argue.
No, Unc.
You just want to jump in. I'm smart.
Hey, it's cool if I bring the, Rob on, man. You know, the one with COVID.
Yeah. What you mean?
All right. I mean, I just, you know what I mean. I just want to add.
You ain't promote no herbs.
Nah, he ain't coming on no herbs, yo.
No, I'm playing, yo. I'm joking.
I ain't getting nobody no need to come on here, yo, with that crazy.
Hey, I got the back of that bottle. If you want me to play that, put that on the screen real quick.
Yeah, we're gonna dive on the we're gonna get it. We're gonna get
the bottle again. Oh yeah, boy, you crazy.
Hold on, let me just quick.
Yeah, pull it up in the queue though. But we're gonna
Okay.
I just want to do a little bit of this real quick.
All right.
All right. This little thing he got, right? Because it's important. Let me see.
So take this. You don't want to watch the rest of that.
Yeah. Just get it in your. No, don't take it down. We're gonna finish it a little bit. I'm just trying to get it set real quick. Oh man, you know I like to kind of read over this a lot.
He might be. Let me see if he can.
Is he in there yet?
Nah, he ain't in yet. Sheffrin must be busy. He must be cooking.
Yeah, he cooking. Yeah, I just want to deal with this part right here. Yeah, this is how we're gonna do this, man. Okay.
Yeah, but I see what you said too, because I was like, hold on, Rob on Unc and COVID-19 update.
Yeah, that wasn't even what? He was having an interview, yo. Yeah, man. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. I'm gonna share the screen.
Yeah, he put his name. They put Devon name in it like he was with y'all on that shit.
Hey, yo had the presentation on deck already ready, yo. He had the thing, yo. He smashed him, yo. He did his thing. Oh man, that's the shuffle right there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all not listening to what the conversation is. Yo, the conversation was vaccines, not what antiviral drugs you're trying to develop. Now go ahead and finish playing that. Watch how he sell it. Now here go the sell. First of all, he hit you with the when you flying the jet plane, another jet plane is on you, you send out a flare. So when they shoot the missiles go away from the jet. So that little book he just presented y'all was one of those flares. It was a misdirection. So now he on this. Now watch him. Watch what he do. Watch how he do this, y'all. He gonna leave out something that's real important. Go ahead.
Capture it. I'm gonna move on to the next article, and then I'm gonna summarize everything that I'm saying. The second thing is identification of natural compounds with antiviral activities against SARS-associated coronavirus. That is extremely important. I'm gonna move on. The interaction between nutrition.
Freeze that. He's playing with your emotion. All right. You know damn well that he wasn't talking about the novel coronavirus 2, but he faked you out because he keep talking about coronaviruses. The show is about an update on coronavirus 2, not on what you talking about, Divine. What are you talking about here? He's faking you out. Okay, he's stuck on antiviral. We was talking about vaccines, y'all. He changed the whole conversation to what he knew. See, that's what the pseudo do. They only talk about what they think they know about, and what they know about is always half-baked. Anyway, and I'm gonna show you how half-baked he is. Keep going.
Has malnutrition, and they're not getting all of their supplements from their vitamins, minerals from their foods that they eat, because they may have gastrointestinal tract issues, or they may have absorption issues. Their body's not producing enough enzymes to break down the things that we're getting into our diet. You have to see if I'm deficient in vitamin D, selenium, or zinc, or vitamin C, or whatever the case may be. Could this be a contributory factor to me getting infected and me having symptoms? And if so, what are the other things in foods that I eat that have other items in it that can help the immunity? You have
So he's selling that if your diet is completely up to par, you won't get infected.
You got two at the door. But Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Run that back. Run that back, Kent. Run that back.
Go back a little bit. I'm telling you what he's running on you right now. He's shamming you, flam you with the Brooklyn Magic, and he sounds real good and crispy, but what he's talking about is a lie. No doubt.
Back or just on that part.
You went too far. You went all the way back to the rabbit hole. We're trying to ease out the rabbit hole.
Yeah, it was trying to get out.
So stop.
He's talking about zinc and all that, yo. He's talking about if you got all this stuff.
Y'all see the date, right? What's the date on this? 2005, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why the hell is you bringing up a 2005 article in the middle of a pandemic talking about the novel SARS coronavirus 2? What is he doing right now? What's the game he playing, y'all?
And this would have been in relation to the first coronavirus, the first SARS one.
So why are we talking about where this guy come from? See, we wasn't talking about that. See the game he plays? But listen to your Brooklyn Magic. He's already off topic because the topic is vaccines, y'all. I only talk about what I know, vaccines. Y'all got to really understand what he's doing in the game he's playing. Right now, he's building this case. Like all of a sudden, they got some natural medicine, some natural herbs, I'm saying, just going to, watch this, y'all. He's speaking as if, right, that they actually got herbs that has actually been tested on humans and work. Ain't that how he playing this card? But I'm going to go right to one of them sources and show you that he's making it up as he go. He's reaching conclusions that these people haven't even reached yet. And see, that's the game. See, that's the Brooklyn Magic. Now, what can he do with all that speech, right, if he promoted the proper information, y'all? Think about that for a minute. I'm gonna slow it down for y'all again. First of all, it gives you a 2005 SARS coronavirus.
Yeah, nothing to do with COVID-19.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with COVID-19. Okay? Second point, he speaks as if these antiviral herbs, has been thoroughly tested and proven and verified, and have been—
Hold on, stop. Don't leave that point. Stop. Hold on. Let me steal the screen share real quick. All right. I'm gonna give it right back.
I'll go point out that Chinese, let us say Chinese medicine on the bottom of that shit too.
Yeah, he got it.
He got that Chinese. Oh man.
Yo, you stupid.
Flip that in there, yo.
Yo, you stupid.
Yo, I'm gonna still watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna steal the share and give it right back. Watch this. Yep. Let me just update him, right? He was on a whole nother tip. So I'm gonna go potential role of zinc supplementation in prophylaxis and treatment of COVID-19. You heard him saying something slick similar to that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go all the way down to the conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get to the conclusion, here's the conclusion. All right, zinc possesses several antiviral effects which are realized. Listen to the verbiage of this, and then when you play him back, let's see. Zinc possesses several antiviral effects which are realized through the generating both innate and acquired humoral immune responses, facilitations of the normal functioning of innate immune systems, stabilization of cell membrane, inhibiting the entry of the virus, and inhibition. Well, I can't say that word. Not a viral replication through interface with the viral genome transcription, protein translation, polyprotein processing, viral attachment, and uncoding. Multiple antiviral effects of zinc have been demonstrated in a variety of viral species, including several nidoviruses for which SARS-CoV-2 belongs. It suggests that zinc supplementation may be of benefit for prophylactics and treatment of COVID-19. Considering current absence of effective therapies for this disease, its high contagiosity, frequent life-threatening course, and tremendous negative impact of affected individuals and healthcare systems worldwide. The presented hypothesis requires urgent testing in humans.
Okay, so
That's May 25th, yo, and they're talking about it requires
right.
testing. So no testing has been done.
All right, freeze right there. Let me come in. Hold on. Hold on. All right, let me come right here. All right. Yeah, that's how you get them nuts. Here you go. So, okay, this is the quote unquote thing that he put on the screen when he was running this fat lip. What's this? Antiviral natural products and herbal medicines. Am I correct? That's the one he had on there, right? All right, we're gonna go right to the spot you went to, and I'm gonna stop off. Hold on. Before I get there, I would like to stop off at not the herpes. So basically this article is trying to give things, trying to find herbs that's gonna help you in cases where you don't have a vaccine, right? That's what they did, okay? All right, so I get like the measles, the MV, is an envelope negative sense of RNA virus. Hold on, come right here, it says the infection, whatever my day going. The immune against the measles given MMR vaccine and mumps has made the MMR infection relatively uncommon in developed countries. So vaccines work well right here. Okay, it say the virus remains a major killer of children, developing countries. Another serious problem is the reemergence of measles in vaccinated populations and in non-immunized adults. Okay, highly about the outbreak recent, these issues emphasize the MV medical importance of needs. Let me see. Efforts have been made to identify natural products that inhibit the MV and include a number of East and Southern Asian traditional medicines, right? Okay, the herbal, whatever, I ain't gonna read, hold on, let me see. Remedies, specific neuroids, calcium, hold on. In addition, several traditional dietary herbs. Let me see. Wait, hold on, let me get you my part, hold on. Of abstracts, the twos, okay, clever, nope. Hold on. Right here. I think I passed it. All right, so we just get it right here. As many studies in this domain, right, are only, what that say, yo?
Preliminary.
Preliminary. What that mean? They ain't even in the first stage, preliminary. Like they trying to figure out which way they're gonna go with the preliminary, the beginning stages. You know what I'm saying? It's a further, watch this, y'all, further exploration in characterizing the bioactive ingredients. So they got to figure out, like I said, that's why I always bring up Julian Percy Julian, right? Because he unlocked, right, the secret magic of plants. He identified the active ingredients. So they just getting to the point when they trying to identify the active ingredients in these herbs. Watch this, ingredients. It's a defining the underlying mechanism, okay, as well as assessing the efficacy and potential application of in vivo, right? Okay, what is in vivo? That's inside of a living organism, right? They haven't even done experiments on it yet, on animals yet, none of that yet. They ain't even to that point. Because it said is encouraged, watch this, is encouraged in order to help develop effective antiviral treatments. Furthermore, additional studies should also examine the possibilities of combination therapies with other natural agents or with standard therapeutics, as a multi-targeted therapy may help reduce, listen y'all, the risk of generating drug-resistant virus. First of all, Divine Prospect does not believe in evolution, right? Or my fault, does not understand or accepts evolution. Watch this. We believe the natural products will continue to play an important role, right, and contribute to antiviral drug development. So when they do get to the point when they get them there, they're going to actually use these in conjunction with different drugs. They're trying to develop drugs right here. Do he say any of that? No, he's anti-using drugs and all that. But in this particular article, it's telling you what they're trying to develop these herbs for, to be able to use them in conjunction with drugs. So how could he leave all of that out, y'all? How could he show a study, right, that ain't even been done yet? Why is he speaking as if he was showing us something that's been through the study of in vivo?
Because he knows
playing that game.
Because he knows the average audience over there ain't gonna go and look into it like we will. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking at the journal. They don't even know what the journals is.
Yeah, we not even.
When you're dealing with Divine, you need some popcorn because he's gonna put on the show. But when you're dealing with Divine, you got to have your popcorn machine out.
He entertaining, like I said, he entertaining, but you know, he dealing with, you know.
I'm gonna add on to what you just did, right? You still sharing, right?
Yeah, you go ahead. I'll turn it off.
I'm about to steal it back. Did we hear something about the role of vitamin C and zinc, right?
Yep.
He mentioned that. All right, so I'm gonna update him because he was way back in 2005. So now we're gonna talk about COVID. We'll go June 22nd, right? Let's see what the conclusion is for this. It says, although further studies are needed to establish a firm recommendation regarding the use of vitamin C and zinc in the treatment of COVID-19 positive patients, their past success in other viruses and sepsis, ease of access, relatively low price, and strongly safer profiles make these attractive choices as adjuvant therapies. The data available are primarily limited to hospitalized patients. Whether they will be beneficial in outpatients with less severe disease also remains to be determined. As with so many other aspects of COVID-19, it is important for pharmacists to be aware of the ongoing studies and adapt accordingly as most robust information becomes available. So once again, what he's projecting just doesn't seem fair.
He's acting as if it's conclusive already. Like this is the.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's why I said stop him, and we can play it back because these studies that he's saying, we don't even have clinical trials for this stuff.
Right. So why is he doing that? Why is he doing that to the listening audience? Why do we got people, right, cheerleading Mika? Mika, like I don't understand that, Mika. Like Mika, I'm thinking you getting trained up right. Yep, that's what I'm hoping and hoping that we're getting access. I'm not sitting here wasting my damn breath. Got 5 kids. I ain't got time to play with y'all, man. So, like, really, like, when I'm doing this because the love I got for y'all. I'm not doing this to try to win and try to be the best and all, and I woo and have a debate and I defeated. Dude, that's not why I'm doing this. Ain't no money in this for me. I like getting money. This ain't getting money. I'm basically volunteering. Thank goodness for the donations, right? The brothers and sisters give, and I appreciate that. Trust me. Trust me with that. But I ain't paying my rent with that, and I ain't buying no shoes for my kids with that. That's just not going down like that. I'm not making a living off of that. I'm not one of them internet guys, you know what I'm saying, to make a living. That's not what it is. That's not it. I work every damn day. Trust me when I'm telling you.
A boy in the chat said,
no, I hope he ain't say nothing, please. Oh man,
natural herbs and remedies have kept man alive thus far until this day, not vaccines. Man. And I asked him, I said, well, what was the life expectancy rate before vaccines came along?
Just give him the link. Just give him the link, man. Give him the link, man. See how he changed the daggone conversation? Like, hey, Sean, do you disagree that early man had herbs and they use them to their benefit? Can we agree to that right now? Can we all agree to that, or we gonna do how are we gonna do that?
Yeah. Good evening. I don't have no problem with what they were trying to use to survive. Fellas. They had to develop something to try to survive and suffice. Fellas, can I be heard?
It gave them some sort of relief.
Yo, my bad.
That's it. it would give relief to certain symptoms.
Mhm.
Other than that, you know what I mean?
A lot of people died.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The life expectancy rate after vaccines shot up. Like the infant mortality rate was, you know what I mean?
Measles was decimating you to the tune of 50 million. Where you
Yeah,
at?
like, babies was dying like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, come on, man. So nobody's denying that. We have like
You
we
don't
was
sound like
walking,
yourself either, yo.
like people was walking before the car, yo. So we agree that human beings was walking.
Right.
We agree. They was definitely
What's
walking.
up, fellas? Can I
What's
be
up,
heard?
Rob?
Yeah, we hear you, Rob.
How you doing, brother?
I'm hanging in there, man.
Take it easy.
I would like to say peace to the family, peace to the panel, peace to the chat.
Peace.
Rob Rich, I'm y'all please forgive me. I mean, when I talk, it's kind of hard. I advocate, pushing vaccines, everything that everyone is on the panel. I wear my mask, wash my hands, everything. But I came in contact with my brother. We had a business meeting. He didn't know he had it. And now I have it. Plus I'm diabetic. So Wednesday, I started feeling real drained at work. Almost passed out. Went to the hospital. They took COVID test. Didn't really have any symptoms. Came back positive the next day. Ever since then, it was downhill for me. I'm stuck in a room. Can't see my kids. Can't see nobody in my family. I'm it's kind of hard to talk, hard to breathe. I don't have any smell, any taste. I gotta force my food down. So for people to say that this isn't real, y'all gotta get y'all shit together. We are fighting something that we can't see, and it's detrimental to us. And we got to get on the right road. Like, I got my son come check on me every 10, 15 minutes because he's scared that he ain't going to see his father alive coming out this room. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, hold on, brother. Man.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Brother Rob.
Yeah, that's a moment right there. That's a moment for me. Because the shit is serious. And that's why I fight so hard like that, though, Rob. And so let's learn something from the experience, man. Even when you're around your family members that you're not necessarily staying with, you should mask up. And I think we all demask when we come around family members and stuff. That's a mistake. The virus does not recognize the person you're talking to as a family member, and I'm not going to pass on because that's your brother or your mother or your sister, right? So the primary group that you're actually quarantining with should be the group, you know what I'm saying, that you be with, and then you got to watch what they're dealing with. Like this is not a stage joke, and it's very dangerous, and we're all vulnerable because the thing that makes us human is our ability to socialize and our want to socialize. Neanderthal wasn't socializing like that. They stayed in small groups and they got actually wiped out. So yeah, Rob, man, I hope you know what I'm saying? I hope you feel sorry to hear that.
If you don't want to wake up with your bed soaking wet, fucking brain feel like it's about to bust out of your head. Temperature at 103. You know, um, can't feel just dehydrated, waking up 10, 12 hours later from the last time that you had a conversation with someone. I'm telling y'all, this is serious. This is real. For real. You know, I had no symptoms. None. Yo. Yeah, I'm good, Junior. Get away from the door. Yeah, listen, this is serious, man. I have pneumonia in my left lung. Okay? I'm 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 surprised that I've been talking to y'all this long without damn near having to throw up from coughing. Like serious. Y'all don't even boy, y'all got to get it together, man. Us as black people, we have to get it together. Serious.
Hey man, say
Hey,
say
I just wanted to share that with y'all, man.
yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
go ahead. I probably take myself to sleep, man. Y'all be good. You know what I mean?
What?
One love, man.
Hey Rob, one quick
Yeah.
question. So what are you taking? What did they get? Did they give you anything? What?
I
Well,
was actually going to
they
ask the
gave me
same thing.
antibiotics
Okay.
to flush out the pneumonia,
Okay.
and that's it. There's
Man.
nothing else that you can take, you know. And they said it's you know, I got there early, so it's good. My mother, she had to go in the other day. She got pneumonia in both lungs, and she's diabetic, and she's older, so they kept her. You know,
So what part of the world you in, brother? Where you at?
huh?
Where you at?
I'm in South Carolina, Charleston.
Oh, you in Charleston. That's down there. Where
You at, yo?
Yeah. So I mean, it's serious, man. You know, and it's real bad right here where I'm at. So I got a sister who has it. You know, and she ain't like she can't talk at all. You know what I mean? Like she just can't. You know,
So
I think I exercise and I do a lot of things, so I think that helped me out. You know, uh, excuse me.
yeah, go ahead, bro. Go get your rest, man. Go chill, man.
Yeah.
I got the message, right? And I think the message is clear. Like your primary group that you're chilling with.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
your
my
primary group
family, man.
you're chilling with, and then when you leave outside,
It came.
you were saying something.
Shit.
Hey, go ahead and get you some rest, man. We don't want you, strain that while you on here, yo.
Yeah, you got me. You got me.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right,
thanks for
family.
even coming on, man.
All right, family, y'all be good.
Really appreciate
Peace,
Stay
bro.
right there, yo. Got me out here paranoid. So, yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. Tell you right now that the group that you're in your house with, you know what I'm saying? They got to be your clan, yo. And when you go outside that group, right? Oh man, when you go outside that group, make sure you mask up and be careful and practice social distancing. Hey, Sonny, I see you, Sonny. Sonny, you know what? All day today, I've been prepared for you, Mr. Sonny. Got something for you, Sonny. Yes, I do. I swear I do, Sonny.
My mic is good. All day today, you've been
Yeah,
preparing for me.
I was thinking about you because you made some crazy, reckless statements, and I know you're intelligent.
Okay,
So
what crazy? I know you don't be looking at the chat because at that same video, I actually had to go and do my research because you know what I'm saying. I already knew I was on point with it, but I went and grabbed it from the CDC website that even confirmed what I was saying. So it wasn't like what y'all was doing, what y'all was thinking
Now
was
you
not
tell
what I
me,
was
let me
saying.
finish.
No,
Let
no,
me
hold up.
finish.
What
Now
y'all was
you can't hold
thinking,
up, but
I'm gonna say it
I'm
again. What
Sonny.
y'all was thinking was not what I was saying.
Sonny, you
And
cut
that's
me off, Sonny. Let me finish. I'm gonna let you talk.
okay, go ahead.
We know exactly what you said about we don't got it out here. I don't see nobody with it.
No,
And you
that
talking
ain't what I
about
said.
homeless
That ain't
people.
what I said. I said the numbers are conflated because I said it's people that's dying. I said it's probably people that's dying on the regular out here. I said I just don't see it on the numbers that they have, and we kept talking about conflation of numbers. Y'all said it wasn't no conflation, so I put in the CDC website that said the numbers was conflated.
Go get that right now. We won't read that with you.
The source.
All you got to do is just look.
No, go get it. Go get it.
I don't have, man. If you
You
knew
don't
what
got
I'm doing right now, bro,
Okay. I got you. I ain't gonna stick you like that. But you also talk about homeless people. Did you not?
But look, I can tell you how to look it up. It's real easy, real fast. Everybody can do it. So all you gotta do is type up conflation of the numbers of the COVID, right?
In
And
California.
then you're gonna have all these different bullshit websites, but then it's gonna have the CDC blog. Go up on the CDC blog, it's gonna say the whole thing. I actually got it. I had it on my my clipboard, but it you know, I got a new phone.
Clipboard.
So yeah, I'm on the cell phone. I got it on the clipboard on the cell phone.
Is this what he talking about?
So
right
you
here?
can't copy that link and then throw it in the Zoom back chat so we can pull it up?
No, hey, Sonny.
I said I had it.
Yeah, Sonny.
Sonny, we at the
Hey,
CDC right now. Can you
here we
direct
go
us to that, please, sir?
with the jumping. We did this last time.
No, we at the CDC, Sonny. That's where you want us to be, right? We're gonna do it live, yo, in real time, yo. We just trying to make sure we right, bro. We don't want to mess nobody up, dude. That man's sick as a dog over there, yo. We want to make sure we correct in all our speech and all our
First of all, what do you think that I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm thinking you saying that you ain't that they doing too much and it ain't really happening like they claim it's happening. That's what I'm thinking you saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the spot too. I'm from the dirty hood too.
Okay. And you saying that it is happening exactly how they're saying it's happening, right?
Right, because they're studying it.
Yeah. And then when you look on the CDC website, they actually said that there's a reason why they conflated the numbers. And I was gonna get to that, but before I could get to that, y'all try to make it seem like I was saying it was fake. But they doing it, they have to do that.
Nah, you did say it was a little fake.
Okay, damn. Y'all hear a few words and it's over. So look,
damn near.
they have to be on the page of doing that because in the beginning they didn't know if they didn't know how to control the virus, and they actually didn't know how to actually dictate if somebody had it or not. So what they were doing is they had different criterias that if you died under these criterias, they would say that you died of COVID. It was on purpose. So later on down the line, they could be able to do the test. It wasn't on the page of me saying that it wasn't real and no shit like that. Y'all just wasn't trying to hear what I was saying, so I couldn't even finish what I was saying, but it actually says that in the website.
Hold on, we just heard, listen, so what you just said had absolutely nothing to do with what we was talking about.
Yes, it did. I said they was conflating numbers and y'all was saying no. And then before I could even finish what I was saying, I was getting jumped. So it was just like, come on, bro.
So I have a question.
Squad jump, yo. We ain't jumped you. Did you talk about the homeless people too, didn't you, Sonny?
I was talking, I don't even remember what hey, this is the only thing that Savio had right. I was off the Henny that night, so I don't remember what the hell I was talking about on that. But I definitely remember talking about the conflation of the numbers.
You know what? I'm gonna let you slide. Cause
look, I'm not like one of these fake woke people that
I'm saying you good.
Like they don't be doing nothing. I be really weird with my shit because
I like Oakland. You know,
where I
Oakland
live
like
at,
my
it's
favorite
real.
place,
I don't know what you know what I'm saying.
Oakland my favorite place, yo. I ain't gonna lie, y'all like Oakland. I like, I like Oakland people, yo. They genuine, yo. They're a little different, yo. It's a little different. So I'm gonna give you a Henny break. That ain't fair, yo. You come over here in good faith and having fun, yo. And you know what I mean? I ain't drunk in 20 years talking shit. I ain't gonna do you like that, yo. You deserve it's late, and this how you get down when it's late, and I ain't
But
mad
did y'all
at you.
get what I was saying? I wasn't saying that it wasn't no disease. I mean, it
All
wasn't
right.
no real virus or this and that. I was saying that I was trying to get y'all to understand why I was saying it was conflated, and you really don't see it like that.
Yeah, I
And
got
then
you.
I just didn't have the
And
website.
where
to
did you
show
say
y'all.
you read that information at again?
Yeah, we just trying to find it right now.
CDC.
Okay,
So
I was
since you
telling you, if
found
you
it, right?
Google,
You found this and you
look,
read this, correct,
this
Sonny?
maybe it's because y'all doing it the way y'all want to do it. But if you actually go
No,
on
I want to do
Google,
it the way you want to do it. What we should do?
just type up,
Nah,
go on
son.
Google and type it up the same way, and it makes it easier for you to find.
Okay.
This is the
So
way
My
that you're
question
gonna
to
find
Brother
it.
Sonny
let's
is,
type it
did
up.
you actually read this? You actually read that?
Yes.
Where again? Where did you read this
Look,
at?
how about this? This will make it even easier. We can go back to the video, and I actually put it in the chat. I told you off my clipboard, it actually deleted off my clipboard. But if you go
You
back to
know
the
that
chat, I put
hold
it on.
on. Where did you pull it up at? Hold up.
Type
Where
in,
did you
we
pull
gotta
this
type
up at? You
inflated
pulled it up on your phone,
coronavirus.
right?
Hold on, CK. Type in inflated what?
No, I'm trying to help him find it because all he has to do is go through his history and he can pull it up from there.
Sean pulling it up now, CK.
Yeah, we doing it
I'm
right
saying,
now.
like, instead of y'all going through all of this circus and all that, he could just go through his phone or whatever he pulled it up on and go through the history.
I'm gonna take his word on it. He can't find it. We're gonna find it. Go ahead. How we find it, Sonny?
Hey, Sonny, what we search?
Man, hang up on him, man.
Go ahead, Sonny.
Those people lives on the line, man. We just talked to somebody who got that shit and their elderly mother got it, yo.
But ain't nobody saying nobody ain't got it, you
people
head bastard.
No, if he don't believe it, yo, he just don't believe it. Like,
what are you talking about, man? Nobody
man,
even
hang
said
up,
that.
man.
You sound like a Hebrew right now. Niggas like, no, you making up shit. Nobody said that. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to help you out, Sonny. Did you pull this up on your phone?
No, what I was talking about was exactly.
I'm just saying the website that you read this information off of. Did you pull this up on your phone?
We're trying to say it
again. It'll be easier for you to do this, right?
Did you pull this up on your phone? You read this on your phone?
Wait, let's do this real quick. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sonny.
Now.
Go ahead, Sonny.
Why you can't answer that? What's wrong? What's going on? What's wrong? What's the problem?
Yes, I pulled it up off my phone.
Okay, so go to your phone. Whatever search engine you went to, you need to click on them dots in the upper right-hand corner and go to your history. And you can pull that same link up that you claim that you read the source from. We don't have to do all of this.
Was that on purpose or what? You done? You done?
I don't think you have it.
I said this in the beginning. I said this, it was on the clipboard and it was deleted in the
You
beginning.
don't even need the clipboard, dude.
I know you like to, I don't like to out-talk you, Queen.
Your internet, whatever internet browser you're using, it saves the cookies. It saves whatever sites you go to.
You can retain the information I'm saying real quick. Let me say this. It's real easy. I had it on.
I gave you a simpler. We could be pulling up some other stuff and talking about some other stuff while you go look for that link in your history on your phone.
All right, CDC report include what it say?
So anyway, just look for the page on where damn, that shit's crazy. So
CDC says coronavirus numbers inflated. That's what you
said?
said?
Yeah, look for you look for type up the COVID-19, the COVID-19, and then put up conflated numbers. And then it'll have a bunch of different the Washington Post, all this other shit.
Numbers.
But you want to look up the CDC website, and it's gonna have the CDC website that's gonna talk about it. And then that's how you get to it. Again, CK, not trying to get on it or nothing like that, but in the beginning I said that I had it on my clipboard.
Yeah, we on it now. We on it now, Sonny.
Sonny, look at the screen, yo. Look at the screen real quick, yo. Which one to click on, yo?
Go up.
CDC.
Hold on. Stop. Let me see.
It's at the top, the CDC website, I think.
Okay, hold on.
But you gotta go to inflated numbers.
Stop. Go up. Did you? No, not inflated. It's conflated.
Conflate. My bad.
There you go. It's conflated.
All right, my bad.
Okay, go down.
CDC body numbers? Nope. Right there. CDC is conflating diagnosis of the antibody test.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. Put that type right there. No, you say the CDC website right there. Because that's the one I had clicked. Because I was looking at it because you know how y'all always talk about the CDC website. So that's why I had clicked and looked at
what? Go ahead. Where? We're here.
I don't think that was the one, but
yeah, that's probably not the one because it didn't start off like that.
Man, we about to put.
you probably went to a site that wasn't the CDC.
We about to put CDC back on you, man.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm finna do. I do it on my. I'm gonna try to do it on the phone and see on my shit real quick.
Yeah, you might have went to Atlantic or something.
Yeah, I got it right here.
You might have went to the website that.
Let's see.
Which is first. No.
Yeah, I found it hard to believe. Yeah, we just did it because we ain't know right away. I ain't never heard the CDC talk like that.
Hell nah.
No, I didn't say that they did it because they man, hold on. I know.
So you're gonna go through your history of your recent tabs?
And I was trying to get to the CDC and just going to the Harvard University.
I mean, you would have went to this website within the past couple of days. It shouldn't be that hard for you to find it.
It'll be dark purple.
You actually, matter of fact, you're right. You are actually right, CK. I'm going to the.
I was trying to save us.
I actually put it on the page. No, I actually put it on the page, so that's why it should be on there. So I'm just look on the page.
CDC hasn't reduced COVID-19 death.
It would be in your searches.
The next day when I was clowning about it.
It would be in your searches.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Or if you sent it to anybody, you might be able to check that too.
Yeah, y'all start sending stuff to
I put it on the comment.
Anything you guys send it to pseudokillers@gmail.com. That's pseudokillers, KILLAS.
Hey, you want me to finish playing this video, Unc, or we done with that?
Yeah, we'll get back on Divine here. We let them all go.
I think Sean wanted me to run it back for a little bit.
Yeah, run it back, but
you got some dude in here, religion has stolen our minds.
What do you say?
I don't know who that is. But
put the link in there. Don't be chatty patty, or we're gonna block you and kick you out.
He at the door.
You do not have a right. Right here, there is no such thing as free speech in the chat. I'm gonna say it again. There is no such thing as your right to speak in the chat. The only place you got a right to speak is when you hit that link. Then you got a right to speak, but you don't got a right to speak for 5 minutes at a time. We will have conversations. You can go hit it with a 30-second clip. That's it. If you ain't got your thoughts together in 30 seconds, you're done. Don't talk me to death. We want to be able to respond back and forth. So in that chat, you do not have a right to free speech. I'm blocking you. If you chatty patty, if you talking too much, on the other side and don't got the command of the language and actually speak or the heart to speak, then you're done. I'm just letting you know because I ain't for all that. I ain't for the peanut guy. I ain't for that. All right, but I'm gonna let you come on here and talk though. You can do that. Definitely could do that. So yeah, y'all go to the journal Nature, man. There was a couple excellent articles going down. And they had an excellent article on the homeless. All right, and how they need to get control over that because they've missed it. They actually missed testing the homeless. How could they do that? That virus is starting to run through the homeless, which would keep the virus going. And guess what they found out about the homeless? The homeless, out of 147 people that they tested, only 1 had a fever and 3 had a cough. So they ain't even getting symptoms like that. I don't know, it's because they live outside and come in contact with a whole lot of germs at all times, right? And it's affecting them differently, right? But it's in there, the Journal of Nature. Matter of fact, that section is free in the Journal of Nature. So right now, I want everybody to pull this up. This is called, that's what I wanted for Sunny, but this is called China's, let me see. China is promoting they doing the same thing that Divine doing. Go figure.
TCM.
I better go check on that dog. That dog might be trying to save you from danger.
Hey, is that a May 6th article? China promoting coronavirus treatments based on unproven traditional medicine?
Yeah, that's the one. You gonna put on the screen?
I got it.
The TCMs.
The dog is being.
Morpheus is waiting at the door too. This your article, right?
Unproven traditional medicines. It was a matter of fact, that link that they tried to send us in that post or whatever, say that most Chinese don't even mess with these TCMs. They do the regular medicine.
Yeah, it's mostly the older generation.
Yeah.
Is going to be using that.
They tried to make it seem like, oh no, see the Chinese do this. That's why they've been. Nah, they mess with regular medicine, man.
Hey, you in the whole conversation right there, second paragraph. We can move.
There are currently no proven treatments for the deadly respiratory disease caused by the new coronavirus. Although many countries are trialing existing and experimental drugs, so far only one, the antiviral remdesivir or whatever, has been shown in randomized controlled trials to have some potential to speed up recovery.
When did this article come out, Sean?
May.
Huh?
In May.
Yeah, that's old because remember how I told y'all I have a couple of residents at the facility that I work at that are in that's in the hospital with COVID, and they're giving them some other drug that starts with a D, remdesivir, and some other drug. I can't remember the name. I have to write it down whenever I get back to work this week.
Hey, yo, peace, everybody.
Peace.
Hey, Morpheus.
What's up, family? What's good? Right. Yo, man, I'm glad we staying on everybody's neck, man, on the clown's neck. I'm loving it. I'm loving this shit, man. Stay on their neck and with the bullshit. Yo, but I got a question, right? Because I noticed, man, like you said, with different states and different, it seems like COVID-19 is affecting different states or different people differently. So is there different strains, right? You know what I mean? Where some strains are, because it's mutating, so certain strains seem to be, more lethal or stronger than other ones. So as I'm reading on these medical sites, there seems to be different strains. So is that my question is that one of the reasons that, like I said, different states or different people are getting hit differently, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't read that article that you posted yet, Sean.
This one right here?
Yeah, the one where you were showing about how they had they were noticing that there were different strains.
Oh yeah, the one that did today. Yeah, yes, Morpheus.
Yeah.
So the quick answer is yes. It is mutating, and they are tracking it, and they are, like, right now. I think the last show we were on, mentioned the D strand. So yes,
I missed that show. I got to go back and check that out.
Okay. Yeah. So you can go check that show out, or you could just scroll down my timeline and it's the D-Strand article by Cell.com.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Facebook, or you just scroll down all the time. All of them are tagged into it, so it's a lot of information to come out, especially with them.
Go back to that, Sean. Go back to the nature joint about the traditional medicine. And we do got the article. Sonny pulled up the article. He gave me the article.
Yeah, because I tell you, man, because listening to Rob, man, Rich, man, that shit kind of, man, that shit hit me in my heart, man.
Yeah, it do, man.
Yeah, that was sad.
And, you know, and his whole point is he's having trouble just trying to take medicine, yo. His regular medicine for what he already got, he dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And he can't swallow or hold it down and all of that. So how you gonna treat his pre-existing conditions if he having trouble swallowing and stuff? He having to force himself to do all that.
That's what made me ask about different strands. You know what I mean? Because I was like, wow, man. Because I know, like I said, because you got some people, like you said, man, who don't show any symptoms. You know what I mean? So I was like, it's got to be different, different strains, different mutations that are, more harder than others. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, let me see if Michi up, yo. If my homeboy Michi up right now, yo, I could call him. He could tell you his whole experience with COVID.
Yeah, I had that shit in March, man.
Here we go. Here we go. Did you get a test, Morpheus?
Say it again.
Did you get a test?
Yeah, I got a test, yeah.
Oh, you just kept it a secret?
Yeah, I just kept that shit, private, man. But yeah.
I don't believe you, Morpheus. Not you. You Morpheus. You can't be. You got too much melanin.
I had that shit in March, man. First I didn't know what the hell was going on. I thought I had the flu, man, and that shit, man, man, I had fevers going up, man, to 104, 103. Night times was the worst, man. The worst at night. It seemed like the monster come out at night for real. Mm-hmm. The headaches, the chills.
Last month, yo. You said you didn't know what was going on. You knew what was going on. It's COVID time.
Yeah. And it was crazy because at that period of time, it was really scary because I had lost like 12 different people close to me, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So I was like, oh, shit, here we go. Listen, I was about to get my Pert M. Haru going.
All right, let's look at this article right here. It says, in China, senior government officials and the state media are pushing the range of traditional Chinese medicine. That's what your man Wishman got. We got you.
TCM, yeah.
Yeah, we got you. We got you. Hold on. It says, okay, traditional Chinese medicine. That's what your man is promoting. Divine suspect as being effective, okay, at alleviating COVID-19 symptoms, alleviating COVID-19 symptoms, and reducing deaths from disease. However, there are no rigorous trial data to demonstrate, right, that the remedies work. Yet, although efficacy of some TCM remedies for COVID-19 is being tested, so researchers say the trials have not been rigorously designed and are unlikely to produce reliable results. Hold on, government officials, come on, you gotta stop moving. Is that me? Who moving that? Hell, government officials and TMC practitioners deem the remedy safe because some have been used for thousands of years. See, that's what y'all talking about in the chat room. Well, Africans been using it for thousands of years. Okay, but watch this. Science ain't trying to hear that. We don't care how long you've been using them. All right, we want to put it through the method. It say, but significant side effects have been reported. We are dealing with a serious infection which requires effective treatments. For TCM, there is no good evidence, divine suspect, and therefore its use is not just unjustified, but dangerous. Brother divine suspect says Effort Ernest, and I'm gonna glide over his name. Says Edward Ernest, a UK-based retired researcher into complementary medicine. So that's between me and you. That's between me and you, Kent.
Down here, that's a link.
No, serial killers already know. I gave it to you. They already know, right?
That's the link they gave us.
Yeah, other world leaders have promoted unproven treatments for COVID-19. U.S. President Donald Trump has pushed the use of, what's this, hydrochloroquine, is that right? And anti-malaria drug with significant potential side effects, whose effectiveness against COVID-19 is still being studied, okay? And the president of Madagascar, we talked about him, Andrew Rojolina, has also claimed that the herbal drink can cure people with COVID-19. And divine suspect from the conscious community who comes on Saturday TV has also claimed to have herbal remedies. Yes, his name is right there in the Journal of Nature. He made the new. Anyway, y'all, I want y'all to get that article right there. Put that in the chat, somebody, and y'all just read that. So whenever they start
talking, put it in the back chat, sir.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, is that the one that they try to prove themselves with on that post?
What?
They gave us some links, and one of them said the exact same thing. It was like, yo, it's unjustified and dangerous.
Yeah. They no, I don't know if that's the one.
Like, but they provided that to us as a link for their source or for what they were saying. That's why I was like, they tripping.
Yes, yeah, they tripping. Hey,
your boy posted that link where he got that stuff from.
Yeah, somebody go grab that. Hey, CK, grab that and let's read that with the CDC.
Copy. I'm trying to look something else up that somebody else.
You want me to go ahead and share my junk?
It's the same one I already had up, yo.
Oh, okay.
Same dang on article that I just had up, yo.
Right, yeah. Where you at, Sonny?
He said he said to click him in or whatever in the chat.
Yeah, he's clicked in.
He clicked out.
Oh.
No, he's clicked in. What are you talking about? I'm looking at it. So what could he possibly been reading right there?
Drunken. Picked out certain words.
Here you go, right here.
No, I shouldn't be familiar with that. Atlantean. Anybody with a name like Atlantean, I'm not taking you serious. I just can't.
Hydrochloroquine.
Wait a minute. Didn't they say that the hydrochloroquine wasn't effective?
That's the thing that Trump was.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
Trump was trying to promote that.
Yeah. It don't work.
They were doing tests, and it was.
They said that shit affect. They said that shit is affecting people's heart, and people's having heart attacks with that shit too.
Yeah.
Peace, fam.
Peace.
Like the video.
Oh man. We got Sonny. Where in this article you want us to read, bro?
Talking to Sonny?
Yeah.
Sonny say religion is our downfall. Raise your hand. Oh, that's the thing. Come on, Sonny, you in here, yo. I can't hear you, bro. So what you think? You see anything remotely close to what he was saying, Sean, Kent, CK?
What? Hold on, I'm multitasking to the max. Stand by.
If you look down at the point where it says as of June 3rd, 2020, at the go down to the fourth line, cause of death counts are based on underlying cause of death and presented for respiratory. Or is that what you're talking about?
Circulatory disease, malignant neoplasm, plasma,
that's what I was talking about.
disease, death due to external causes or unknown causes and excluded. For more details, see the technical notes weekly count. Estimates of excess deaths can be calculated in a variety of ways. I'm gonna say this again. Estimates for excess deaths can be calculated in a variety of ways and will vary depending on the methodological and assumptions about how many deaths are expected to occur. Estimates of excess deaths presented in this webpage were calculated using, here you go. This is what you gotta know. The Farrington, look it up. The Farrington surveillance algorithm. A range of values for a number of excess deaths was calculated as a difference between observed count or one or two thresholds. either the average expected count or the upper broad of 95% by week, which is jurisdiction.
Jurisdiction, yeah.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Sonny. So anyway, like we had a discussion in our group, our back group, and we was talking about there is a formula to how they actually calculate deaths. People think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not that. It's just not that. And I can't explain it. Like it's something very technical. They're not just sitting around making it up. They use formulas, and I gave you the technical name for the formula. Go look at the formula. Be part of the process. So no, this is not saying what Sonny thought it was saying. It's not saying that. Okay, let's read right here. It say may be associated with other causes of death. You gotta move it down, somebody. Who put that on there? You, Sean? Counts of death from all causes of death, including COVID-19, are presented as some deaths due to COVID-19 may be associated to other causes of death. I'm gonna say this again. Counts of death from all causes of death, including COVID-19, are presented as some deaths due to COVID-19 may be assigned to other causes of death. For example, if COVID-19 was not diagnosed or not mentioned on the death certificate, tracking all-cause mortality can provide information about whether an excess number of deaths is observed. Even when COVID-19 mortality may be undercounted, additionally, deaths from all causes, excluding COVID-19, were also estimated. Comparing these two sets of estimates, excess deaths with and without COVID-19 can provide insight about how many excess deaths are identified as due to COVID-19 and how many excess deaths are reported as due to other causes of death. These deaths could represent misclassified COVID-19 deaths or potentially could be indirectly related to the COVID-19 pandemic. Deaths from other causes occurring in the context of healthcare shortages or overburdened healthcare systems. Yeah, I hear what you were saying, but I'm saying they got a formula. See, that's why, you know what I'm saying, that we got to get our game up. Because we're actually thinking, and I ain't saying you, Sonny, I'm just getting what the general public would think. The general public will say, they standing there saying 1, 2, 3. They're not saying 1, 2, 3. They already understand that there are going to be some deaths that are going to be overcounted and undercounted, meaning some of them are going to be attributed to COVID-19, right? And then some of them are going to be attributed to other factors, but then those other factors might very well be COVID-19, but some of the deaths that was contributed to COVID-19, right? It might have been other factors. They're already taking it into the equation. So it's not fair and it's not accurate, right? For you to say, for anybody to say that, yo, they're undercounting the deaths, they don't know what they're doing. They absolutely do know what they're doing. This is called science, and they use mathematics. There is no getting around it. They're already predicting that there are going to be cases, right, that are really COVID-19 deaths, right? But they miss it. They missed that. They didn't give a COVID-19 test, but a person did die from that, and they thought it was from something else. They already know that they're going to say this death was attributed to COVID-19, but it wasn't that. It was another underlying factor. They're already putting that into the equation. That's why it is an equation, because that's how you figure out those numbers. You want to add something to that, Sean or Kent or Chef? Because I think that's serious right there.
No, Wu said that's not the case for the death counts that we see on the tolls. I'm not sure if he was referring to what you were saying or not.
Sonny said you're not clicking him in so he can respond. This Sabio right here.
Where you at? What's your name? Religion has no toll. That's you?
Yeah, religion has stolen our minds. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, where the hell you at, Sonny? Sonny, I'm what, Sonny? Really? You think I'm running? See, why is everybody got me? Is that how you just said Unc running? Unc ain't let me talk. I thought you was in there. It was mixed up. Both y'all got religion, y'all think. There you go, Sonny. You on the clock, 30 seconds. Go ahead. Where you at? Go ahead.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, no, I wasn't saying you was running. I said the article is actually saying exactly what I said. The numbers is escalating. It's a reason why it's escalated, as far as for them to be able to do more science on the whole virus later on in down the line. But what y'all was trying to say is, I'm saying that it's like on some conspiracy. It's escalated because it's fake, and it's like, you know, on some whole other stuff, and that's not nothing close to what I was talking about.
Yeah, it never said what you just said, Sonny. That's not what I just read.
Okay, well, what I just said, what part of it did you just read that it didn't say that they were escalating? I mean, that they added the numbers, because it did talk about that they were putting in the numbers that did have COVID and didn't have COVID for later on down the line. So what did that not match up?
Wow. It didn't say no later on down the line.
He
Okay,
misunderstood that
I
whole
was
statement.
paraphrasing for that. I mean, but of course, it was talking about in the future. It wasn't talking about for that specific day.
Yeah, but they basically what it is, they understand that there's going to be some cases that will get diagnosed as COVID-19, right? And there was other underlying factors that might have killed a person. And then there's going to be cases where it get diagnosed as a heart attack and it was really COVID-19. They're taking all of that into account. And they have developed a formula for that. And I named the technical name for the formula.
All of it into account. This means that, I mean,
it don't mean what you're saying, though. It don't mean that. You come to the wrong conclusion, son.
Maybe it's the wording that throws you off when I say it's conflated. Y'all thinking extra.
Right, because you know what conflated is, like you conflated the numbers.
In reality, it's saying exactly what I'm saying.
No,
Aside from the COVID
no,
numbers,
it's not.
it could be many other numbers.
You're missing the whole thing of what it's saying, Sonny.
Oh,
That's
you missed
crazy.
the whole thing of what I was saying. I just brought that article to back up what I was saying. Because actually everybody was acting like I was saying something else.
Sonny, the article did not back up what you were saying. No matter how hard you try to argue that, go back and read it again, yo, and take your time.
I read it several times.
Okay, but did you look up the formula?
While you was reading it, if I was able to stop you, then I could have stopped you at certain parts so you could be able to say it again.
We can do it again, though, Sonny. We can do that again.
It'll have to be after I do what I'm doing right now, but yeah.
Oh, what you want me? You want to do it again?
Yeah, you can put it back on.
Sean, somebody. Where's Sean? Ain't he on my head? Where you at, Sean? Article back up there. I'm just trying to tell you, Sonny, that there you go, excess deaths associated. Where you at, CK?
I'm here.
Read that.
Hey, look, the fact that it has the CDC excess deaths associated, right? Is it saying in this article, in your opinion, do you think that it's saying in this article that it's defending that it's not having excess numbers, or is the article describing why it says excess numbers?
We're gonna read it.
Okay, you didn't want to answer the question. Okay, cool.
I don't know why you want me to answer.
No, that part's easy though, bro. That's the reason why I even the reason why I even brought up this website is because I was telling y'all something. We were just having a normal discussion, right? And I was telling you about what I actually see on the street, and I was telling you about how I actually seen them talking about it on the news. You know, they was talking about the actual CDC was saying if the numbers was conflated for a reason. And then so I didn't have the website here, and so I ended up getting the website. So now that I got the website, y'all actually trying to twist it around, but breaking it down, this is their actual website and they're telling you why. So starting from the beginning, like how you always say, start from the beginning. Why is it talking about excess numbers? And is it on the page of, is it saying, defending it, saying that they don't have excess numbers, or is it on the page of saying why they have excess numbers? And then break it down from that.
All right.
You can't do me like you know what I'm saying? That now you're doing the Hebrew shuffle. You just answer that question and bounce to it.
30 seconds is up. I'm not answering no question. I'm gonna let the article speak for itself. That's what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna read it. Okay, so it won't be no tried to fudge it, tried to add to. I'm gonna read. That's what we wanna do. We're gonna read this. It's not a long one. You gonna read it, CK? I just read it. You gonna read it? You up to it?
Yeah, I can.
All right, let's right.
Trying to moderate and looking up links at the same time. Alrighty, so the article that we're reading right here, I already put it in the chat. If anybody missed it, I can put it back in the chat again for those that would like to read along. This is from the CDC website. Can't recall. I don't know if you want to show when the article actually came out, but it's talking about the estimate of excess deaths can provide information about the burden of mortality potentially related to the COVID-19 pandemic, including the deaths that are directly or indirectly attributed to COVID-19. So they're
do you hear that?
So they're admitting that some may be.
Do you hear that?
No, I didn't hear it. Say it again.
Read the line again, CK.
Estimates of excess deaths can provide information about the burden of mortality potentially related to the COVID-19 pandemic, including deaths that are directly or indirectly attributed to COVID-19.
Keep going.
So that doesn't mean it is not related. It just sometimes things can be indirectly connected. So excess deaths are typically defined as the difference between the observed numbers of deaths in specific time periods and expected number of deaths in the same time period. This visualization provides weekly estimates of excess deaths by the jurisdiction in which the death occurred. Weekly counts of deaths are compared with historical trends to determine whether the number of deaths is significantly higher than expected.
So let's stop for a minute. What they're saying is, during time periods, over time, they have got they kind of estimate a certain amount of deaths.
Okay, like, hey, look, now can I cut you off right there? Because in reality, I'm gonna show you. Look, because it really.
Cut me up.
She was reading it for me.
No,
she was reading it so you could.
No, you can't be able to speak like this, dude. I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it.
No, you narrating.
Trying to let the audience understand that there is they pretty much know how many niggas gonna die, how many ninjas gonna die per week in America, in a particular town. That's how serious it is when you running a state. You know what I'm saying? When you running a government or a continent, if you're serious about understanding everything around you. So they have an estimate of how many people die. And then when that number starts to change, they want to know what's going on. They want to know what's going on before it hit them. Okay, so they hold on. More people are dying this week. Something different is happening. And then they figure out, well, okay, there's a virus going on. Okay, but the numbers show that there's something going on. So at this point, they're letting you know that they expect a certain amount of deaths on average. Simple as that. Before you even throw in the pandemic thing. But go ahead, sis.
You want me to keep reading to the next paragraph?
Bro, like, damn. Before I got on, you was talking the whole time and I couldn't speak for myself. I got on so I could be able to show you again where you were speaking on it so I could be able to speak for myself. That's why she read the thing. So you were just talking the whole time. Am I going to be able to say something?
Go ahead and say it. You got 30 seconds.
Oh,
can you point out where in this article?
That's a long time,
yo. If that's how you narrate it, then that's going to be different. Because I'm
not gonna sit here and listen to you for no 3 minutes. I took 30 seconds. You take 30 seconds. You're wasting your time. Come on, what is you trying to say right now?
You're narrating to be a certain spot. You've been talking for about 10 minutes.
Hey, brother Sonny.
10 minutes.
I have brought up, and it's my article. And you only want me to talk for 30 seconds for my article? It's like, come on, bro. You can't do
Hey,
that.
Sonny, do you see anything on the screen that's showing thus far
Wait a
that
minute,
we
we
can
on the
read
first
that
paragraph,
speaks to your
Sonny. Can we
point?
just talk
a
about
lot
the
of
first
things too, and I
paragraph, though,
can't even
Sonny?
talk though. But
Sonny, I will let you talk for an hour as long as you talk about that first paragraph.
Hey,
Don't move.
Hey, Glad Wujawa in, yo. He had the he in the thing. Go ahead, son.
the fact that on the first
we in the first
God
paragraph,
damn.
bro. Go ahead. You can't leave out the first
Y'all ready?
Huh?
The fact that on the first paragraph it talks about the direct COVID and the indirect COVID. I know y'all didn't read all the way through that whole article, but if you read to the bottom, it goes to other shit on why it goes into indirect and direct. Why they actually look at it. But in the paragraph, this is why I'm saying there is a number, I mean, the escalated number, or however you want me to soften that word up, but it's conflated. And they have a reason why they're doing it. You guys looked at it as me saying that it was fake and stuff like that, but in reality, they're doing it for a scientific purpose. And I couldn't even get that out that night because y'all was on some thinking that I'm thinking it's a conspiracy that it's fake. And I wasn't even saying it on that page.
We just want to stay on the first paragraph, though, bro.
That
And the
is the
first
first paragraph. I just said exactly what, I mean, what part didn't you get that I said that was on the first paragraph?
Listen, it says
direct and indirect. That was within the first two sentences.
It says this visualization provides weekly estimates of excess deaths, okay, by jurisdiction in which the death occurred. It say weekly counts of death are compared with historical, meaning in the past, bro, historical trends to determine whether the number of deaths is significantly higher than expected. All right, go to the next paragraph, sis.
Yes, sir. So we're on paragraph number 2. Counts of deaths from all causes of death, including COVID-19, are presented as some deaths due to COVID-19 may be assigned to other causes of death. For example, if COVID-19 was not diagnosed or not mentioned on the death certificate, tracking all-cause mortality can provide information about whether an excess number of deaths is observed, even when COVID-19 mortality may be undercounted. Additionally, deaths from all causes excluding COVID-19 were also estimated. Comparing these two sets of estimates, excess deaths with and without COVID-19 can provide insight about how many excess deaths are identified as due to COVID-19 and how many excess deaths are reported as due to other causes of death. These deaths can
stop right there. I want to ask something. So in that part right there, you don't think that had nothing to do with what I was talking about?
Hell no.
Actually, what I just read right there, that just daggered you, yo. Do you realize that?
Serious?
You want me to explain why?
Yes, please.
Because it's saying that they're showing the difference. They're basically admitting it. They're showing the difference between, hey, there are some cases here that are related, and there are some cases that are not. They're actually demonstrating that there's some that are related to COVID-19 and some that are not.
And but they're being counted.
And they undercounted it.
No, but they're actually being counted. That's
what
it
undercounted, yo.
Did you not hear what I just read?
It said they undercounted it. You should understand that. But there's a formula to work all that out, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. There's a system in place. They have a system. It's not just counted 1, 2, 3. It's all.
Hold up, yo. Y'all saying the article is saying that they undercounted the number of deaths. And he read that they were what?
Conflating the numbers.
Oh. Who article is this?
That's the CDC.
That's the CDC. That's the same one he wanted us to read.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just showing you how, like, there's a formula, man, and we could go through the whole.
Hey, can I get a word in?
You think it is? What's going on? I see you, brother Wuja. How you doing, brother?
Hey, peace to the panel. Peace, Unc. If I can get a word in, I
Yeah,
just
get
want
your technical, bring your technical in. Go ahead.
yeah, because I'm really here for all the smoke and the fire together for real. So here's the thing, right? The brother Sonny, everything that he's saying is completely irrelevant because the data, the death data that people look at is absolutely not that data that he's talking about or that's coming from that page. If you scroll down to the bottom, that's a totally different metric. If you go to CDC's COVID-19 data tracker, the death total that they're talking about is actually straight from the vital statistics on the death certificates that have to do with COVID-19. So all the other stuff is for modeling purposes that scientists use. It has nothing to do with what the numbers
But that
are.
was the whole purpose
That
of me bringing that how that whole thing was because it was for a modeling purpose.
right, but the modeling purpose of conflating or any question about conflating or whatever the data, that's not even the data that people are looking at to determine the death toll for COVID-19.
Yeah.
It's
So
probably not, but we're on the
it's a completely
conversation that
separate.
we had, it was dealing with that. And they were trying to think that they thought that I was on the page of saying that it's not real. And I was just telling them, we had a conversation. I was saying how people react over here because they don't take it serious. And then I was telling them about them conflating numbers because basically them talking about it on the news or whatever. Then it went from
Somebody
me
background going crazy.
from that to them wanting me to have the information. But go ahead.
Well, what I'm saying is that that's a totally separate, irrelevant conversation, though, because the numbers that you go by are the tracking numbers that you saw. Somebody just had it on their page. Just now, somebody was just sharing it. That number right there, 145,013 total deaths. That has nothing to do with the conversation that you're having.
That's the source he brought, Buja.
I just want you to know.
The death is up though.
Say it again.
The death that was as of 5:46 p.m. The death counts up on John Hopkins.
Right, John Hopkins is more in real time. CDC tells you that they're lagging behind a little bit. But hold up, but here's the thing. Just go to the page that he gave. That y'all somebody had it up. The excess death page. No, the excess death page. All right, go to the top. Go to the top.
Yeah, I'm here.
Right at the very top.
Yeah.
Okay, now go to the daily updates of totals by week and state. Hit that. And scroll. Now I want you to read what's in blue. That's the alert color. Read that.
Original death counts are based on death certificate data received and coded by the National Center for Health Statistics as July 24, 2020. Death counts are delayed and may differ from other public sources. See technical notes. Counts will be updated periodically. Additional information will be added to the site as available.
Okay, so the reason why you read that is because this particular page matches the COVID data tracker on the CDC. And if you keep scrolling down like you're doing,
right,
you're gonna see the total deaths. That has nothing to do with that modeling schema and metric that was being talked about. So all I want to do is just point out that those are two completely different conversations. One doesn't have to do with the other, just for people so they won't get confused. It's totally different.
Gotcha.
So when you see 145,013 deaths on the CDC website, that is not that modeling schema or that metric where they're including all deaths and probable counts for a certain period of time.
Yeah, they use that for themselves.
All deaths go up to 221,000 on this other one.
Right, and if you go back to the other page, and you look at it, it's a whole lot different. When they're talking about in terms of deaths per day, they're talking like 60,000. Like go down.
This is visualization.
Hey, whose background is that going crazy?
Now go down to the graph.
All right, which
look at that graph right there. You see that? You see that line 60,000? That's when you get metric modeling, where they're including all kinds of deaths, 60,000 in one day. Come on, nobody's saying 60,000 coronavirus deaths is happening in one day. That's a totally different conversation. So I just wanted to point that out so people don't think that when they hear excess deaths and these numbers being pulled into this metric, that has anything to do with the actual data that people are using in determining the mortality rate and the COVID-19 deaths from the COVID data tracker. These are two different things. So that's all I wanted to say on that.
Well,
yo, can I
Appreciate
that
you.
right quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I was just gonna say, not just talking about Sonny personally, but when people bring up when they first started saying that, it's this whole thing of, man, pseudos are diehards. You know, like these pseudos are like the Terminator, like the T-800. They just keep coming and coming no matter what. They have. So the issue is, when they first started saying that they was inflating numbers, is because if somebody had a heart attack or a stroke or something like that, and they had COVID, they was still, like y'all was, like all the information y'all was presenting, they was still seeing where COVID fit into them deaths and stuff like that. So when they started coming out with these conspiracy theories, the real issue was right up under their nose, but it's not sexy enough. Which the issue is, your president, your federal government just simply mishandled this pandemic. So it's not salacious enough for them to just say, man, Trump is an idiot, he's handling this wrong. They got to come up with all this other stuff. So that's so I ain't saying Sonny is like, you know, but just keep it a buck, Sonny. Like you was saying that, oh, they conflated the numbers, just so it's along that same line of thinking. There was no conspiracy in that area. The issue has always been your president handled this situation wrong. It was no other conspiracy to look for.
Yeah, and here's another thing that everybody needs to pay attention to. The CDC is not seeing patients. They're not a hospital, and they're not seeing patients, so they're not diagnosing anyone to come up with the numbers themselves. The CDC is a repository for the data that they collect from healthcare facilities around the country. And so what happens is some states and some healthcare facilities are separating confirmed coronavirus cases from probable ones, and some states are not. And so the CDC has to collect all of it. So on the CDC website, they define cases as both probable and confirmed, but they make a distinction where distinctions can be made. Confirmed versus probable. And they explain why they do that, because what people forget is about the spread of the virus. So even if somebody's primary cause of death was not COVID-19, but they had COVID-19, they had the virus, then that person had the virus. They were infected with the virus, even though they didn't die from a direct result of the virus. So it's to let people know where the virus is spreading. That's what the CDC is responsible for. It stands for Center of Disease Control and Prevention. So it's their job to know where the virus is so that they can set up guidelines for the rest of the country to operate off of. So this is why they do what they do. There's no conspiracy about it or anything like that. So people to say that, they're downplaying stuff. In the meantime, people are dying. And that's no joke. So people take it as a joke, as some kind of talking points to do whatever. And we got to cut that out. So I want people to understand that these numbers are the way that they are for reasons. And you can simply go to the websites and read the reasons. They're very transparent. They tell you that it's provisional. They tell you that the cases include probable and confirmed. And you can go to the independent states and will tell you the difference. They'll tell you the confirmed ones and the probable ones separately if you need those numbers. Like, for example, scroll down right there. Whoever has this up, scroll down.
Hey, Sonny just had a little mishap. He ain't about that life.
No, scroll down. Who's sharing the screen right here? Okay, right there to the left. See to the left right there? Okay, look at New York City on the left. See New York City? No, on the left. Yeah, New York City. See that? See how they differentiate the numbers? Total cases. Then they differentiate confirmed ones from probable ones. You see what I'm saying? This is what people don't want to look at and want to say. Look at Illinois. Illinois is another state that does it. They have a total case count, but then they separate the confirmed ones from the probable ones. But not all states do that. Look at Georgia. Georgia doesn't do it. Okay, so because some states do and some states don't, the CDC has to report all of it. There's no conspiracy about that.
So, Brother Sonny, do we understand now, or do we need to rephrase some things to make sure that we on the same page?
It's also here right there on the states. It's matching up with that.
Yeah,
that chart.
if you hover, right? Yep.
Sonny is on. Y'all
South
say,
Carolina.
you know, Sonny just had a little mishap, man.
South Carolina separates.
Y'all on that man head. Y'all know Sonny don't be on that pseudo stuff, but I done heard him smoking enough. He just made a little mishap. It's all good.
I want to know where all the conspiracy parrots and the quack followers are. I want to know where they are. So I know Unc knows how to draw them, right? Y'all know that Unc is a magnet for conspiracy parrots and quack followers. So I'm here. I'm here because I know they're gonna follow Unc. See, because Unc, they're gonna try to mess with Unc, right? So I'm here right now. I'm here because I want all the smoke and all the fire. So I'm going where the action is right now. So
nah, y'all don't hit Sonny with friendly fire, man. It's friendly fire. Sonny with friendly fire.
Sonny shot himself though.
Yeah, Sonny shot himself, yo.
CK shot
giving away
I tried to save him.
CK
I tried to
shot
save
Sonny,
him.
man. Know that man on. Know that man ain't.
hey, Unc, where's your boy Ashanti Akil? And those others that be typing on your posts.
Oh, Divine and all them. I don't know where they at, because Divine them, we need to get them there. They easy marks.
I'm talking about the Howard Stinson and Ashanti Akili that be posting on your post.
Right. The one with the products, the natural products, that guy.
Well, all of them. I mean, where they at?
Yeah, they need to be coming. They coming.
I'm surprised they're not trolling you right now.
Mm-hmm. But the leader of the pack is Divine Suspect, though. And I think before you came on, the point I was making, we're talking about vaccines. These people bringing in.
Somebody got to mute their background. I'm hard to hear.
That's you, Sonny. That's you, Sonny. All right, there you go. Yeah, they keep bringing in those arguments that are basically have nothing to do with vaccines. Vaccines, you know what I mean? They use, you know what I'm saying, a non-self virus that causes your body to have specific immune response. Simple as that. Vaccines train your immune system to get ready for the real thing, right? And so anybody trying to respond, they ain't even in the same conversation I'm talking about. All that antiviral and all that don't got nothing to do with what we talking about. So I don't know why they keep
somebody's background.
What is that? I'm gonna get you out.
There you go.
All right.
Moo.
Hey, so Unc, so I think this is the problem, and I think you just said it. There's two separate conversations that are taking place. One is under the domain of fighting an infection, and the other one is under the domain of prevention of infection.
Yep.
Vaccines falls on the latter. The herbs and the nutrition falls on the former. Mm-hmm. And so if people can keep them separate, I think everybody would be good. It's when they cross over and try to have that conversation, argument, where it becomes real crazy. So if I think that's the goal, to keep people in their lane, not to mix up. So the vaccine conversation is on prevention, because that's an immune response of the antibodies attacking the antigens of the pathogen. And then the herbs and nutrition is something that people need to incorporate in their lifestyle, that if they get infected, then that will help fight it off. That will make the immune system optimal to help fight it and to suppress the symptoms. That's a different conversation. As long as people keep it separate, it's all good.
Yeah, but the problem is they trying to get rid of vaccines with that conversation that don't have nothing to do with it. That's the problem.
Right.
That's the problem.
The herbs to prevent or whatever that first part you said.
Right. They can't do that. That's what I'm saying. So when they do that, you gotta make sure that they stay in their category. You can't let them cross over. And you gotta let people know that's listening to the conversation that they're crossing over. You can't do that. There's no food on the planet Earth that's gonna cause the immune system to produce antibodies against a pathogen unless that food itself is poison. And then it's not food anymore.
Correct.
Right.
Right. You gotta go watch that debate and do something real technical on it, yo.
No, I saw it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's two different conversations. And I don't think the public, I don't think well, I know the people there was mostly the anti-vaxxers, but I'm saying even people commenting that watched it from the video, they don't know that it's two separate conversations. They assume, like, let me ask you this straight up. Are you Unc West, are you saying that people shouldn't eat healthy and shouldn't take herbs?
No, that's crazy. That's crazy as hell. Like we say, the food is actually the fuel. So you want your car to run right, you put the best fuel in it. If the manual say put 93% octane or 87% octane, you put in there what it say.
Okay,
right?
So now, beautiful.
Simple as that.
That's beautiful. So you're not a person that's trying to discourage people from eating healthy or take herbs. But now check it out. The people who are pushing the herbs and the food and the anti-vax, they're the ones that's trying to tell people and discourage people from taking vaccines and wearing the mask and all the other kind of stuff.
Yep.
Right.
So it's a lopsided argument. They're the problem. And see, that needs to be pointed out. They're the problem, not this side. This side, the science side is not the problem. Because science will tell you that you better eat healthy and you need to supply your food, like you said, your body with the fuel, like you said. Because if you do get infected, you better have that fuel and those resources to fight that bad boy.
Never.
And wearing the mask is prevention is help to prevent you from getting infected in the first place. But this whole thing about anti-mask and anti-vaccine, that needs to be pointed out. That's when they cross the line.
Yeah, it's very, very, and people like Divine Suspect, they do that on purpose, right? He come in the conversation talking about coronavirus. He coming with some antiviral jargon with some herbs that haven't even been scientifically tested because it says it on the actual reference that he bring, and he just confusing and it sound good, but it's ridiculous. And that's confusion, and I'm saying that's dangerous for the health of the community. So no one is saying go eat some donuts all day long and take a damn vaccine. Like who amongst you would say that? We say have the best possible diet, exercise, get proper rest, all these things. But at the end of the day, a vaccine is the only thing that's going to give you the proper training of your immune system to a particular pathogen, right? So if it's a coronavirus, they're going to take a attenuated or weakened or killed virus that does not cause the disease. I'm gonna say it again. The viruses in the vaccine do not cause a daggone disease. Let's just get that off the table. What it does is it trains your immune system. Your immune system thinks is that. That's why these third generation vaccines now, these RNA vaccines, they not even a virus. They just synthetic, generated in a daggone computer. But the body, see, watch this. The body does not care where or how the actual pathogen is generated. It don't care where it come from. When it sees it, it starts to attack it. That's how the immune system works.
Yeah.
It's not even complicated, Wujah. I remember you doing a little presentation after the damn debate, which made me mad. Because that definitely should have been the first thing in the damn debate.
No, hold on. See,
yeah, that's
wait. Dr. Ma'at had that covered, but remember she wasn't able to go. So that was there. I think Dr. Ma'at would have done a good job.
Well, I don't know. I think anyway, point I want to make is that part of the conversation is so simple. It's simple. Like food and hey, where you at, Sean? You posted an article in the group and you was talking about the non-self and the self, right? And how the food molecules, although food is non-self, right? The actual molecules on the food aren't harmful. In the literature, I think they call it what is that word? It's a technical word. I can't even remember the daggone word. Hold on, it's McGee, the technical word for it. And it literally means harmful. So like in that case, you got a special T cell that actually regulates that. So okay, that's a food molecule. That's although it's non-self, it's not dangerous, don't attack it. Not unless you have a daggone quote unquote allergic to it, then that's the damn problem anyway, and your immune system go haywire. And you know what I mean? But that ain't got nothing to do with you think you're doing something with food with your immune system. No, it's going crazy because you're allergic to it. Pollen and all that. The technical word is, I don't know why I forget that word. Innocuous. That's the word. Yeah, innocuous.
See, real food by definition, like we just loosely call food, but a lot of stuff is not really not food. But food by definition is something that that's something that will supply your body with what the body needs. And so a pathogen, here's where you could just stick them on some just basic stuff. You don't even have to get scientific at all. A food supplies the body with what it needs. A pathogen is defined as a foreign object that when entered the body, it will cause disease. Just those two words alone will separate the conversation.
Say it again.
Okay, food, which includes herbs or whatever, because these are things you digest. Food is defined as supplying the body or substances that supply the body with the required nutrients, okay, through metabolism, right? A pathogen is defined as a foreign object that when entered into the body will cause disease. So just those two definitions alone, you don't even have to go that deep. Just that right there separates the conversation, because the immune system, now here's the question. Which one out of the two I just said, which one does the immune system respond to? Does it respond to food or does it respond to pathogen?
Pathogens.
It's
done. The conversation's over.
Until you talk to Divine and them. It's obvious. Where you at, Kent? Kent disappeared. Where you at, Kent? Damn, Kent.
Yeah, man, I'm on my way out, but I'm still here. It was nodding, yo.
Play the. You got the video?
Hold on, I gotta pull it back up. Yeah, I was shutting everything down, man. I thought you was done. Hold up.
Somebody asked, is the sun food?
Shit, yeah, the young Pharaoh it is.
That's a one of those wise questions. But the sun is not food directly. The sun triggers the body to produce vitamin D3, the UVB rays.
Disagree with you, Woo.
You heard him say we all wrong, yo. I told him to join the chat, yo. He will not join the chat. Yeah, he won't join the panel. He said, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm gonna start timing Mother Flowers out. Keep playing with it.
Yeah, time them out. They ain't getting on the panel having a discussion, yo. This is not freedom of speech.
It's like the second or third time that they don't came on in the chat.
Who is that, Sean? I'm taking names now because, like I said,
D. Irvin.
You said who?
D. Irvin.
Oh, D. Irvin. That's the same one that said,
all right.
We survived without the vaccines this long or something like that.
Yeah, it's just totally mixed up. Like that's an understanding that humans had to come to over thousands of years to get you to inoculation, dude. You don't just pop up at 300,000 BCE and say, hey, we're gonna take a pathogen, take one piece of it, and put it in the arm. We're gonna be good. No, that's years. That's
man.
eons.
Wait, hey, Unc, I'm gonna ask you a question. if or anybody on the panel that knows the answer about how many people are attributed to dying from the the Spanish flu, the 1918.
1918.
Yeah.
4% of the human population died.
I think it was like 50. I think it's probably 50 million somewhere in there.
No, it was what did I was say? I think it was 20 million, something like that.
No, 50. 4% of the human population.
It's like 50 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one?
The
Spanish flu in 1918.
How many
I think
people died?
the estimate actually go
Yeah.
higher than that, but they got like a range. It actually goes
Yeah,
higher.
what's the
people died is crazy, yo.
Yeah, what's the you know the given
Let's say 50. Let's just say 50.
Okay, let's just say okay, let's just
I'm
say
gonna give
50.
it to you. I'm gonna give it to you right here. I got it right here.
4% of the human population are committed to
Spanish flu pandemic of 1918, the deadliest in history, infected an estimated 500 million.
Yeah, 500 million.
But killed an estimated 20 to 50 million victims.
Okay, so here's the rationale, right? So 20 to 50 million people. Now that was back in 1918.
Yeah.
So if we take today's population, which is way more than the population even back then, the population of Georgia, the state of Georgia alone, is 11 million. Georgia is one of the most densely populated states in America, outside of maybe a few others. But that epidemic or that situation would have killed everybody in Georgia, everybody in Florida, everybody in Alabama, and everybody in South Carolina right now. So for people to come out their mouth and say that we've survived for this or whatever the case is, they're totally excluding all the context and circumstances to even make statements like that.
Hey, yo, whoa, it says, yo, watch it. It says the estimates suggest that the world population in 1918 was only 1.8 billion people.
Right, and now it's almost 8 billion today.
So basically, damn.
Right, so people can't just say that, oh, we have survived or whatever, because we have to understand a novel virus or a novel situation is way more deadly than things that come along that's not as deadly. And plus, it's a race against time. So if there's a pathogen that acts and replicates faster than our immune system is able to attack it and get rid of it, and you go through those incubation period, then that's a wrap.
Yeah, it's over, man. We're gonna be like the dinosaurs, man. We're gonna extinct.
Man.
You want me to play that clip? You muted out, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, luckily the kill rate is high, so.
You can see me, Kent. You got the clip, not that one, not the divine one. The one when he stand up on the anti-vax side.
All right, hold on.
Play that.
And as an FYI, there's no such thing as an asymptomatic test. This is for D. Irving.
Asymptomatic test.
He running amok in the chat, yo.
There's no such
not for long.
There's no such thing as an
yo, put him
asymptomatic
on
test.
timeout for being an idiot, yo. Idiot,
The Atlantean said they start using radio frequencies.
That's polite, yo. Polite. That's pseudo-sophisticated polite, yo. He said that. In China, yo, in China, they had the rate. He ain't even have it remembered yet.
Yo, pseudoism's at an all-time high, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. All right, let's play this clip real quick. So there would be no mistake what side Pseudo Divine stands on. He clearly stands on the side of the anti-vaxxers. Clear. We on this side, me, Garfield, all right? We on, as you look at the video, I guess it's the right side with Garfield and me, all right? And then you got the scientist that was beside Garfield, and then you got Sahutep. Then on the other side, which is the moderator, and you got the moderator, which is the white lady right there. Beside her, that's Curtis Cars. He wrote a book on anti-vax. He's supposed to be a daggone moderator. So we got everything against us. And guess who shows up out of nowhere? Go ahead and play that. Go play that clip. The guy that claims he's not anti-vaccine. Play that.
Bonus, y'all. I would like to introduce to you Brother Divine Prospect. Come on, y'all.
given our perspective and everything. So let's get into a couple of studies, right? I'm gonna go real quick. I know everybody want to break, right? Everybody want to eat, right? A couple of things that they propose. The first thing they say is, do you trust your doctor to take your blood? Are they aware that there's independent labs that do blood work? Just had it done about 3 weeks ago. It doesn't have to do with the pharmaceutical companies or anything like that. It exists. You can go and check it for yourselves. That's number one. Number two, the question was, is there any viable option or alternative to vaccinations? The one thing that I said when I was talking to my brother Garfield and my brother sitting down one-on-one, I said there could be alternatives to adjuvants other than the aluminum salts and the thermophone that is there in vaccination. Are you ready? Hold on. Are you there? Y'all not even paying attention. You see this? Motion. Look at that. I'm pseudo when I'm out to look the reports. I'm pseudo. All right. So, hold on. There's a couple of studies. Are you looking over here? Look at them. Look at them. Look, talking all this. You're not paying attention. You don't want this work. Hey, it's for you. Hurry up. Pay attention. It's people's time. Are you aware that red marine algae has been used as an anti-HPV? Are you aware of that? You see, hold on, because there's two different types of viruses. There's the ones that are enveloped and the ones that's unenveloped. Are you familiar with that? And it's advocacy against the unenveloped antibody viruses. Are you familiar with that? Yes or no? If not, then you're ready to study, or I can do it after the break. No? All right, let's keep going. Now, are you familiar with sage, right? Because people say burning sage is all pseudo and stuff like that. Did you know there's 3 reports that show that it has antibacterial activities and actually puts bacteria in the air? Okay, let's keep going. Are you looking over here? Look at them. Hey, reishi mushroom. As an adjuvant to boost the immune system and cancer agents. Are you paying attention? Would you like me to keep going? Thank you. Right the stairs.
I don't know if y'all can really hear that too good. Could y'all hear that, Buja?
That was look. The end game was that right there. That hug he got right there. That's what all that talking was about. Was for, like I said, to appeal to her emotions.
So, I couldn't understand it. But what was the 3? He made like I think 3. He put out 3 questions that he was making a point with. What were they?
Oh man, we got to get a better. I can't. Hey, Buja, can you play it?
You know the YouTube video? Did it sound like that on the YouTube video?
It might not. No. Hold on. So we can get all the questions and get that right. Hold on. I'm gonna do it like this. But the point is, we in a vaccine debate. This dude coming back talking about red algae, mushrooms, and some daggone what's this? Right? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, sage. Sage burns out properties that help with antigens.
What was his first? What was his? Yeah, antibacterial. You got to understand there's difference between bacteria and viruses. First of all, but what was the thing he was saying about the drawing of blood? Like something could draw blood or whatever.
That you can get blood drawn from private labs or something like that.
Yeah, who knows? He just said it. He's just talking. Now, what the hell are you talking about? All right, let me share the screen. I'm gonna make this should be decent. Yeah, he's just talking. We don't gotta deal with we ain't gotta deal with the pharmaceutical companies. We can get blood taken somewhere else. Something crazy.
I mean, that's always been there. You can go to your blood drawn.
Yo, that's ambulance chasing, man.
Oh man.
But nowadays they prick your finger. You don't even have to get a blood draw.
What it is they know they can profit off our pain. They know that black people in a certain, and it ain't just black people though, because they got white conspiracy theorists that make money off this stuff too. But black people know about our relationship with this country and the government and stuff like that. So instead of them actually caring about the community and doing something, providing some information that we could use and benefit us, they choose to take that route to just be greedy and knowing that they can, sell some bullshit to their own people. So that's basically what it is. And then the people that follow it, I hate to say it, but most of them are just idiots, man. Because I know a lot of these people, and they just it's something in their brain that just can't connect with facts. Like they can, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe them, but that's how I see it.
It's called denial, delusion, confirmation bias.
I think it is personal vendetta against man. That's why I don't even.
I just wasn't clear. I wasn't clear on what he was saying, but just on what I could understand is it's just what we were saying before. I think it's just it needs to be a separation of the conversation. People need to stay in the fight the infection lane versus preventive lane, and don't mix the conversations up.
Yeah, but you know what that was though, man? That was a perfect case of it was the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, yo, like I never seen it before, yo, like they was trying to really
ambush.
I don't know what he was doing. He's just an idiot, man. It's horrible. So here we go. Y'all should be able to hear it now. Let me all right, here we go.
Yo.
So we're gonna take it to so for those based on what we heard on this final round, if you believe that parents should not have the right to vote, I'm not to make informed decisions, medical decisions, parents should not have that right, and that right should be the end of the petition. The law. And conversely, if you believe that parents should have the right to make informed decisions about that. I would like to introduce to you Brother Divine Prospect. Come on here, y'all. Look at that. It looks already. I ain't said a word yet. Let's go to some work.
Who is that?
A lot of people smoking and giving out perspective and everything. So let's get into a couple of studies, right? Now we're just real quick. We know everybody want to break, right? Everybody want to eat, right? So the things that they quote, the first thing they say is, do you trust your doctor to take your blood? Are they aware that there's independent labs that do the work? Just had it done about 3 weeks ago. Had nothing to do with the pharmaceutical companies or anything like that. It exists. So check it for yourselves. That's number one. Number two, the question was, is there any viable option or alternative for vaccination? The one thing that I said when I was talking to my brother Garfield and my brother sitting down one-on-one, I said there's the alternatives to adjuvants other than the aluminum foil and the thermosol that is there in vaccination. Hold on. Are you there? Y'all not even paying attention. You see this? Emotional. Look at that. I'm shooting, but I'm not supposed to report. And I'm shooting. All right. So, hold on. There's a couple of studies that you're looking over here. Look at them. Look talking all this. You're not paying attention. You don't want this work. Hey, it's for you. Hurry up. Pay attention. It's time. Are you aware that red marine algae has been used as an anti-HPV? Are you aware of that? Hold on. There's 2 different types of viruses. There's the ones that are enveloped and the ones that are unenveloped. Are you familiar with that? And it's advocacy against the unenveloped antibody viruses. Are you familiar with that? Yes or no? If not, I'm going to study or I can do it after the break. No? All right, let's see now. Are you familiar with SAGE? Right? You know, people say burn SAGE is all pseudo and stuff like that. Did you know that the reports to show that it has antibacterial activities and actually puts bacteria in the air?
These niggas on bar some sage for the coronavirus.
Okay, so we go. Are you looking over here? Look, slow motion. Hey, reishi mushroom. Are you looking over here? It's an adjuvant that's being used as an adjuvant to boost the immune system and cancer agents. Are you paying attention? Keep going. Thank you. Why are you scared?
All right, so there you go. There you go. Mushrooms, red algae, and some damn sage. Like you gonna burn some sage in the air and gonna kill the airborne coronavirus or some nonsense. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so
I
you
still
heard what he was
couldn't.
saying, right, Wuja?
No, I couldn't hear it because he asked the question, like when he asked the questions, like it went dead because he asked it sounded like he asked something about two types of viruses.
Yeah, envelope virus and non-envelope virus. Something crazy. He just put it together, made it up. We know what we know viruses have envelope.
I think he could have said something about go eat some dog food and the crowd would have went ham, man. Like they really just didn't.
Yeah, wasn't nobody there in support of what we was doing. The whole crowd was filled up, took all the seats, right? And everybody was against us and Divine come through. So basically he was trying to replace the adjuvants in the vaccines. You got over 1 billion vaccine shots, right? 70 years worth of proven, tested track record of the adjuvants that they use. So what in the hell is he talking about? He's going to replace the first. Second of all, if you do the research, there aren't any different types of adjuvants that are cleared to be used in vaccines or are effective. The algae crap, all that, he's just talking, right? He's ahead of science. He act like he in a lab, right? He's reading these off-base magazines, health crazy magazines, and act like that's something that's a valuable option. It is not. Do the study on red algae, right? It's just crazy. It's just crazy, yo. Like, and that's what we got to put up with. People that can be well-spoken, say a lot of words, and really get out people. He's like the most dangerous. He's the pseudo-sophisticated. Right?
This is what I would just put to the floor to those people. If we can bypass pharma and medical doctors to get our blood drawn, then we should be able to bypass the same system to get treatment for COVID-19 or preventive. So if they have something that can replace a vaccine in terms of what a vaccine does, then where is that being done at? And where's the data to show it? And so there is none.
There's none.
And nobody's, because out of all these people that are dying in the United States, one death is one too many, but we are at like 130,000 deaths at this point and over 4 million people infected. So where's the data? Because they have plenty of they have plenty of people to try it on. And you know, and it goes against the very fundamentals of how the immune system works. And so this is what I keep saying. They're not talking, it's two different conversations. They're not talking about an immune response at all. They're just not talking about immune response because everything that they're saying is not in conjunction with how the immune system works, how our bodies were actually designed. And what's interesting to me though is that people who talk about the natural nutrition and stuff like that, they're also naturalists. Like they want to keep things natural. They don't want things altered and chemically made and this and that. But yet they don't know the natural functions of the immune system to keep in step with that. How the immune system creates all these cells, the neutrophils, the cytokines. And what about the cytokine storm that's brought on by the COVID, the coronavirus? What's going to prevent that? And
yeah, that storm is Ooh.
And our body's natural, some people's immune system itself will kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Many times the immune system is what leads to death.
Because it start overworking.
Yeah, it overreacts. And you hear a lot of people talk about the cytokine storm, and that sends signals for inflammation. And inflammation in your organs and things like that is deadly. So, we talk about the body's natural response on its own could be an overreaction. So it's a lot of factors that people have to understand, and people should just keep the conversation separate. Like me personally, I'm telling people to stop, keep the conversation separate and just emphasize the importance of both sides. Emphasize the importance of healthy living and lifestyle and eating, of course, and emphasize the functionality of the immune system and how it works and how beneficial a safe and effective vaccine would be. because really the vaccine conversation in terms of COVID-19 is really irrelevant because there is none. There is no vaccine right now. Right now, they have multiple companies that are or scientists within these companies that are at a race to produce one, but they're going through the scientific process right now. And this is the first time, and this is interesting too. This is the first time that the public at large has a front row seat at the scientific process, but we got a lot of illiterate illiterate people that are witnessing the scientific process and don't understand it. So they're saying a whole bunch of things. They don't realize that this is a part of the scientific process. You have trials and errors. You have phases. You have people, a small sample number, control trials. And then you graduate from a small sample to a larger one, from that one to even a larger one. And you have to monitor them for weeks and months at a time to make sure there's no side effects, no adverse side effects outside the normal. Maybe some inflammation in the needle area, or some fatigue, slight headache, and stuff like that, because your immune system, all those symptoms I just named, is a sign that your immune system has been triggered and is working and is fighting. Symptoms equal fight.
Right. So I just wanted to say something, because what I just said, I was able to pull up something, and I think this is very important. It's just something I want to read real quick, if it's all right.
I'm gonna let you close it out too, yo. We over our time mark.
All right. Well, I think this is a good way to close it.
Yeah.
It is ambition enough to be employed as an under laborer in clearing the ground a little and removing some of the rubbish that lies in the way to knowledge, which certainly have been very much more advanced in the world, if not the endeavors of ingenious and industrious men had not been much cumbered with the learned but frivolous use of uncouth, affected, or unintelligible terms introduced into the sciences, and there made an art of, to that degree, that philosophy which is nothing but the true knowledge of things was thought unfit or incapable to be brought into well-bred company and polite conversation. Vague and insignificant forms of speech and abuse of language have so long passed for mysteries of science, and hard or misapplied words with little or no meaning have by prescription such a right to be mistaken for deep learning and height of speculation that it will not be easy to persuade either to those who speak or those who hear them that they are but the covers of ignorance and hindrance to true knowledge.
Yeah, that's a good one right there. I see we got some chatty patties in the chat room.
And I'm telling you.
Roster man, this is some Sarnetta tactics. You can't disagree without getting timed out. Maybe get blocked next. Now you actually can disagree. You just got to hit the daggone link and disagree and make sure you make some sense, because this ain't the Sarnetta thing. So you come with your sources. It's called source up or shut up. And since you're in the chat room just running your mouth without any sources, you get shut up. You get shut down. So this ain't the Sarnetta tactics at all. This is what we do around here on the pseudo killers. Bring your sources so we can read them. Remember, the pseudo always dies at their source. You're not going to get around the conversation. Science has already spoken on it. We're simply bringing forth what the scientific data has already worked on and is still working on. So just sitting in the chat running your mouth, that ain't going to help. Chatty patty is what we call you. Source up and shut up. Look and check this out, man. We out of here, man. See y'all next week.
Peace.